Now, I don't think it's just the drugs talking, but I really think this shit gonna work. What you think?
I don't know. It might. But anyways, did you see that video on Instagram? Like,
Video.
it had me dying, but yeah. Don't think I didn't see your Chanel shoes.
Hey, hey, I think it'll work.
Did you fall asleep?
You know, it made me crazy.
Izzy.
We're gonna do it.
Of course it's gonna
What a
work.
lovely morning.
Uzi, wake your ass up.
Hey, I told that bitch I count my cash. Bitch, get on my face. 4 5 on my way. Boy, get on my way. Go on my way. Boy, you ain't got
Why was my shit not already? You know what? Yo, what's good with it, people? We're back. Another stream. Day 5 of the Streamathon. You know, it's kind of funny if you look back at the Streamathon. We ain't been really streamed for 5 days technically, but look. Y'all had to let me get a pass for the first day. It is what it is. Just to make it up to y'all, we gonna do a let me not make a promise. Probably do an extra stream, another stream on some Wednesday, because you know this shit supposed to end on Tuesday. But since we started a little late, you know what I mean, we're gonna put in that extra stream, you know, just for the fans, because you know I did kind of hold y'all with that, but anyways, you know, we got a decent little stream ahead of us. I can't really stream for too long. Yeah, now we might get off at like 2, maybe 3. And I got a couple videos for us to watch today. Then we gotta hopefully hop stream the game afterwards. I don't know how that's gonna plan out. Hopefully we can get that, you know, out the way. And yeah. Why does it look like I'm bald right here? Like this is starting to, bro, I literally have a sore right here. Like it's hair. Literally right here. I feel it. But I had a fucking sore last year right there. And it just makes it look so fucking stupid. But you see, it's hair. Right here. Right? It's literally hair. But from afar, that shit look crazy. Right? But up close, you can see. I might pull the bandana out. No, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. That's insecurities. That's what you call insecurities. And it's gonna fucking grow back. So what am I doing? See how sit back? You don't see shit back there, right there. But anyways, on a serious note, we're gonna get into these vids. Good news as far as the headphone situation go. Bitch, focus, motherfucker. But look though, know what I'm saying? Bitch, upside down. Look though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta deal with that bullshit. The last couple of streams, you know, obviously I broke the goddamn other headphones, so we had to sit here and fucking do this dumbass shit, you know. But ain't no more of that. Ain't no more of that until we get to the games, cause you know, these and this the thing with like streaming or just recording videos, reactions. Wireless headphones, they run on a battery, so they're gonna die at some point. So that fucking sucks. But you know, hopefully we can get some good use out of them before you know what I'm saying, they check out. But we're gonna get straight into these vids though. I'm gonna do too much talking. Yeah, man. Alright. We're gonna get into these vids though. Go ahead and open these. Yeah, know what I'm saying? I don't know the expectancy of these. They say like 6 hours, but we'll see, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? We gonna see. That's the wrong one. What the fuck? Alright. Oh, and I'm gonna have to switch it in here, I'm realizing. Okay. Yeah, I'll just switch that out. Damn, I have to remember that too. And another thing about using these type of headphones, bro, I can't even hear shit, to be real. Is my camera lagging, my nigga? I hope it ain't, because that would fucking blow me. Alright. Alright. I was animating earlier from like when I started the stream, so we ain't gonna animate while we, just gonna watch the vids. But anyways, man. First video we have today. I do gotta charge these. Does it take that charge? It does. Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, it takes the old one. Fuck. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. But, anyways, first video of today, we have Two Tooth with the worst Olympic Games death. Whoa, let me
Run that back, Turbo.
What the fuck? What the fucky? I ain't just hear shit. Damn, that shit said it was loud as hell.
Slamming into steel.
What the fuck? Huh? I can't hear nothing. I don't know why I didn't just hear nothing.
From slamming into steel poles at 100 miles per hour. 100 miles to literally.
I can't hear it. I can't. What the fuck?
From slamming in.
I literally just. I was literally just listening to these hoes.
From slamming into steel poles at 100 miles per hour.
Bro, what? I was literally just listening to them.
From slam.
I already know what I gotta do, and that's so fucking irritating. God damn. Hold on. Headsets. I gotta fucking delete this shit. I don't even remember how to do that. Hold on, man. I already know what they want me to do. I have to look all the way back. That was... Damn, that was all the way Saturday. Fuck. Tuesday. Monday. No, it was the day after. That's annoying, man. They just played me, man. They just played me. That was some whole shit. Okay, wasn't that? Did I even watch it on my channel? On this page? I don't think I did. What is this? The 20th?
Click on settings, click on system, click on sound. Here, click on device properties.
Device properties.
And you will see this option checked, so you have to uncheck this option. Click on Windows icon, click on settings, click on system, click on sound. Here, click on device properties.
The fuck? Is it working out?
Slamming into steel poles at one.
No, that's not how I did it before. That is so goofy, man.
$100 miles per hour.
All right, there we go. Cool. We got it. That's just blew the fuck out. All right, let's just. Oh my god. All right, though. Let's get back to the little intro. So boom, right? We watched a video the other day on the channel, you know. I'm seeing this trend with a lot of these type of YouTubers where they make these little, you know, I wouldn't say the word mediocre, but, you know, kind of just infomercial style, you know, content, you know, just give me your fun facts or just random stuff you didn't really need to hear. You know, like, do I need to know about the worst deaths in Olympic Games history? It's not gonna do nothing for me, but fuck it, we here. But without further ado, let's get straight into it.
To literally being overcooked by your own son. From slamming into steel poles at 100 miles per hour to literally being overcooked by your own sunscreen, these are some of the most painful Olympic Games deaths ever. So let's get straight into it. First up, we have Nodar Kumaritashvili, a 21-year-old from Georgia who was about to make his Olympic debut at the 2010 Vancouver Winter Olympics. This kid was living his dream, representing his country on the world's biggest stage in luge, a sport where you basically rocket down an ice track on a tiny sled at
Yo, I seen like a crazy death. It was on a Mr. Ballin video some years back. But I know somebody. Well, I don't know them, but I heard of a story where somebody snuck into like this little, I don't know what you would call this, like stadium or place where they do this type of sport. But they snuck in there, right? And they start doing a little slide and down that shit, you know, laying on their backs. And apparently there was like a wire at like some point of the slide, and it fucking decapitated them. Like literally took their whole head off. Like, that shit was spooky. I don't know, I think it was other people there too, but yeah, this is not something I do for fun at any point in time.
Insane speeds. Nodar came from a family of winter sports athletes, and competing in the Olympics was everything he'd worked for his entire life. But the Whistler Sliding Center track was basically a death trap disguised as an Olympic venue. This thing was notorious for being ridiculously fast, sending lugers flying at nearly 100 miles per hour. And ironically, multiple athletes already complained about the track being too dangerous before the Olympics even started. However, on February 12th, just a few hours before the opening ceremony, Nodar was doing his practice runs to get familiar with the track. As he approached a sharp curve, something went horribly wrong. He lost control of his sled and was launched off the track like a human projectile. His body literally flew through the air for what felt like an eternity before he brutally slammed headfirst into an unpadded steel support pole at full speed. Emergency crews rushed to perform CPR and airlifted him to the hospital, but the damage was already done. Nodar died instantly from massive head trauma. His death completely overshadowed the game's opening ceremony and sparked a massive debate about whether Olympic organizers cared more about breaking speed records than keeping athletes alive. The track was redesigned after his death, but it was too late for this young man who just wanted to make his country proud. But if you thought dying on a luge track was bad, wait until you hear about the guy who got taken out by a snowcat during the 1992 Albertville Olympics. Nicolas Bocciate was a 27-year-old Swiss carpenter who also happened to be one of the world's top speed skiers. Speed skiing is exactly what it sounds like. Athletes ski straight down a mountain as fast as humanly possible, reaching speeds that are absolutely terrifying. On February 22nd, Nicolas was warming up for his Olympic demonstration event, getting ready to show the world what speed skiing was all about. He was bombing down the slope at over 130 kilometers per hour when he hit a bump and went airborne. Most of the time when skiers catch air, they land and keep going. But Nicolas had the worst luck imaginable. He landed directly in the path of a snowcat, one of those massive machines they use to groom ski slopes.
Why was that just there though? Why are you telling me it was just in the middle of the path? Did they not know people were like sliding down? The fuck? He's about to get it the worst. It don't even look like it'd be that bad. Maybe just slam into like this part of this like machine. But no, I already feel like it's about to be some gruesome shit.
60 miles per hour. Nicolas brutally collided with this industrial vehicle, and the impact.
He don't even hit this part. He completely missed this part. Which I don't know. It probably wouldn't even been better. But fuck.
impact caused catastrophic internal injuries that killed him instantly. To make matters worse, there was confusion about whether the Snowcats' warning lights were even on, meaning this whole tragedy might have been prevented with basic safety protocols. Nicholas died on the mountain, shocking his teammates and the entire Olympic community. His death was so brutal and preventable that it helped end speed skiing as an Olympic event. Sometimes, the pursuit of going faster and higher comes with a price that no gold medal is worth paying. Now, our next case involves someone who had already survived one of the most dangerous things imaginable, war, only to die pursuing his Olympic dreams. Bahman Golbarnazad was a 48-year-old Iranian Paralympic cyclist who had lost his leg during the Iran-Iraq War. But instead of letting that end his athletic career, he reinvented himself as a world-class cyclist, becoming a symbol of resilience and determination.
Yo, I really rock with that shit. Like, I really be fucking with that, you know, like, somebody going through some traumatic shit, goddamn, lose half their body. They go on to break the goddamn heavy lifting record or some shit, you know. It goes to show you can't let circumstances justify or I guess determine your future, you know what I mean? Like, he could have just said fuck it, you know what I mean? And just sat on his ass and, you know, collected that disability check. But, you know, he got in that field. He got in that field and put in that work. I gotta respect it.
The 2016 Rio Paralympics, Bahman was competing in the men's C4 road cycling event, one of the most dangerous Paralympic sports because of the high speeds and technical courses. This guy had already been through hell and back. He'd lost his leg in war, rebuilt his life, and was now representing his country on the world's biggest stage. On September 17th, during the road race, Bahman was flying down a steep downhill section when disaster struck. His bike veered off the track and slammed into a rock at full speed. Despite wearing a helmet, the impact caused severe head injuries that proved devastating. He went into cardiac arrest on the way to the hospital and couldn't be revived. Bahman's death was the first in Paralympic competition in decades, and it hit the community especially hard because of everything he represented. This was a man who had already lost so much, his leg and his wife to cancer, leaving behind a son who had
Damn! Oh my God. Bro, losing one parent is enough. Losing one parent that was there when you was a baby raising, you know what I'm saying? That's already enough. Losing both of them, and it looks like, judging off the picture, he lost them when he's still a kid, like under 10. That's wicked. That's wicked. That is act, bro. That's wicked.
already suffered too much loss. He died doing what he loved, but it doesn't make the tragedy any less heartbreaking. But our next case takes us back to 1936 Berlin, where an Austrian aviation pioneer learned the hard way that sometimes Olympic demonstrations can be deadlier than actual competition. Ignaz Stiefsohn was leading Austria's glider team and preparing to showcase the country's aviation talent in a new Olympic demonstration event. Gliding might seem peaceful compared to the other sports we've covered, but when you're soaring hundreds of meters above the ground in what's basically a fancy paper airplane, things can go wrong real fast. On August 3rd, Stiefsohn was performing a practice flight in his Sperber glider, probably feeling confident about the upcoming demonstration. Then in the middle of his flight, one of his glider's wings just broke off. Not cracked, not damaged. Completely snapped off while he was cruising at 700 meters above the ground. This was a structural failure that turned a graceful aircraft into a spinning death trap in seconds.
So do they... This is my thought process with some shit like this. Cause bro, if I'm up there in the sky, you know what I'm saying, flying on this fucking triangle fucking shit, first thing I need to get is a parachute. Just in case, you know what I'm saying, shit hits the fan. I can't just be up there just free balling, just, You know, because you never know. It'd be like this. Is how I'm thinking, right? Certain situations like this, like, bro, what if the wind blow too strong? I fucking, fall off or some shit. Like, nah, bro. I can't just be on that motherfucker. Like,
Stevestone quickly deployed his parachutes, but here's the problem with emergency parachutes. They need time and altitude to work properly. At only 700 meters up, there simply wasn't enough time for his parachute to fully deploy and slow his descent. Modern parachutes need at least 1,000 meters to fully open and create enough drag to save someone's life. Stevestone was falling at terminal velocity, around 120 miles per hour, and his partially opened parachute couldn't generate enough resistance to slow him down. You have to
so he did have a parachute. I need them goddamn parachutes that take up half a football field, nigga. This little shit, this literal shit, this look like a piece of turd. You know what I'm saying? Just observation, bro. Nah, bro. This ain't gonna cut it, bro. My parachute needs to, like, it's so damn big, it's creating traffic, nigga. It's gonna be a roadblock in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna cut it, man.
And his partially opened parachute couldn't generate enough resistance to slow him down. You have to understand that for those final 700 meters of his fall, he literally knew he was going to die, and the only thing he could do was wait for impact, which is absolutely terrifying when you think about it. And so he hit the ground at full speed and died instantly. His crash highlighted just how dangerous aviation sports could be, even in demonstration events. It remains one of the earliest recorded Olympic tragedies where technology failure and not human error sealed someone's fate. But our final case might be the most tragic of all because it involves the very first athlete to die in modern Olympic competition, and his death was caused by his own misguided attempt to protect himself. Francisco Lázaro was a 21-year-old Portuguese carpenter and national marathon champion who had the honor of carrying his country's flag at Portugal's Olympic debut in Stockholm, 1912. Francisco was determined to make his country proud in what was an absolutely brutal marathon. We're talking about running 26.2 miles in a devastating heat wave that was pushing temperatures to dangerous levels. But Francisco thought he had a clever solution to protect himself from the sun. He coated his entire body in wax to prevent sunburn. This decision would prove to be fatal.
Why? Sunburn, my nigga? Did I hear that right?
Coated his entire body in wax to prevent sunburn.
Nigga, the sunburn have like you get a disadvantage from that, my nigga. You go from snow to a tomato. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what that had to do with racing. You didn't get no advantage from that. You just, huh? I don't get that. Why would he want to do that? I'm thinking he gonna say like he hit a water bottle somewhere. You know what I mean? Just even though you're not supposed to have water bottles, I think like I don't know, like maybe take an extra path, like deviate somewhere, and he ends up getting dealt with wax, my nigga.
Decision would prove to be fatal. What Francisco didn't realize was that by covering his skin in wax, he was essentially turning his body into an oven. The wax blocked his ability to sweat, which is your body's natural cooling system. As he ran through the scorching heat, his internal temperature kept rising with no way to cool down. After 30 kilometers, Francisco collapsed on the course. His body temperature had soared to 44 degrees Celsius. That's 112 degrees Fahrenheit, which is life-threatening.
Yeah, he was cooking. Nah, he was cooking. It was the wrong type of cooking. Yeah, he was. Fuck, 112? Nigga, I'm surprised he even got to 30 kilometers.
Hypothermia. Medical teams rushed to help him, but the damage was already done. He died the next morning, becoming the first athlete to die in modern Olympic competition. The most haunting part of Francisco's story are his last words before the race. "I will either win or die trying." He was so determined to honor Portugal's first Olympic appearance that he was literally willing to die for it. And tragically, that's exactly what happened. These stories aren't just about bad luck or freak accidents. They're about the deadly price of Olympic glory, where the pressure to perform and represent your country can literally become a matter of life and death. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for more stories that'll make you think twice before getting on any ride. Otherwise, you might just end up with only 2 teeth like me.
Alright, man. A W good from 2 teeth, man. Francisco, you a head ass. I'm gonna be real. I'm just be honest. I don't know why you wanted to goddamn turn yourself into like a blunt, you know what I mean? Putting wax on yourself and shit. What you gonna put yourself in a raw paper? You're like, yeah, bro, RIP, but natural selection. Alright. Next video, we have my boy, the one and only Mr. Nightmare, with 3 very creepy true night drive horror stories. Now, again, I went over this a million times. We're doing the catching up game as far as Mr. Nightmare channel is concerned. I missed a lot of videos, and we're still trying to catch up. I think tomorrow we gonna react to hella videos and try to get back to speed of things. But yeah. Sadly, chat, I have not started driving yet. 24 years old. I don't know. Let's I understand. Get that situated the next 2 months. You know what I'm saying? I'll be on the road. But, and I've drove before. Let me not say that dumb shit. But I can't wait though to just go on them late night drives. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the shorty. Goddamn, go to a beach area, like somewhere on the hill, just watch the midnight sky. Just vibe, bro. That sound like a vibe. Or just be on the highway, cruising, bumping that Drake and Party Next Door album, or some shit. It's a vibe. I can't lie, it's a vibe. This video is gonna kill that vibe, so you know, beautiful. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. You know, so fucked up, bro, watching these videos with these headphones, bro. Bro, I can barely hear myself talk. Like, it's so immersive. Let's just get into it.
What I'm about to tell you is something that has no explanation. It's the strangest thing that has ever happened to me or anyone I personally know. I work late hours at a dive bar about 30 minutes from my house. It's not really by choice, it's just how things are when you live out in a more rural area. There are not a ton of jobs close to home, so you take what you can get. The bar itself isn't anything special, but it's steady work and most nights are pretty uneventful. The night this all happened was no different. My shift had gone by without much happening, and after closing everything up, I got in my car and started the drive home. Most of the way back is nothing but a series of winding back roads. Hardly any traffic, barely any lights, barely any cars, barely anything, honestly. Just long stretches of curves cutting through woods and farmland. It's usually a pretty quiet drive, and honestly, I've always kind of liked it for that reason. Like a built-in detox where I have time to zone out or think about characters I met at the bar and interesting conversations I may have had with them. Not long into the drive, I remember thinking to myself how unusually foggy it was. I've driven those roads more times than I can count, but that night, visibility was worse than I'd seen in a while. I actually had to ease off the gas and take it slower because I could barely see more than a few car lengths ahead. Even flipping on my brights didn't help. It just made the fog glow and reflect back at me, almost like I was driving into a wall of white. It started pissing me off because I knew it would only add time to my trip, and I was exhausted. I was about halfway home when I noticed it. Through the fog, maybe a little off to the right side of the road, there was this faint yellow blinking light. At first, I figured it was just some kind of roadside marker or maybe a reflector, but as I kept driving, it didn't really get any closer or farther away. It just stayed there, blinking at a steady rhythm, like it was moving right along with me, keeping pace from somewhere deeper in the fog. The whole thing felt a little off. I couldn't tell how far away it actually was. It was like the fog was playing tricks on my depth perception. After about another minute of...
Bro, why did I think that was getting closer for a second? Like, I realized it was flashing, but I'm literally thinking it was like, you know? I literally thought it was just coming towards the front. You know what I'm saying?
Driving with that blinking light hovering in the exact same place, I started getting this weird feeling in my stomach. I couldn't even explain it to you. Something about it just didn't sit right with me. I decided to slow down a bit, thinking maybe if I let off the gas, the light would keep going and I'd get a better sense of what it actually was, or it would just continue onward and disappear entirely, and I wouldn't have to deal with it anymore. But as I eased down to almost a crawl, the light didn't change at all. It kept blinking at the same steady rhythm, still holding that same distance off to the side, like whatever it was that somehow matched my speed perfectly. That's when I really started to get spooked. I finally came to a full stop just to see if it would do the same, and sure enough, it stayed right there, blinking in the exact same spot with the same rhythm. I sat there for a second, trying to figure out what the hell I was looking at and debating whether I should just turn around or keep going. That's when it changed. The blinking didn't stop, but the light itself started getting brighter, like a small flame catching a sudden gust of wind and flaring up. It wasn't flashing faster, it was burning stronger with each pulse, like whatever it was had suddenly gotten more active. That was enough for me. I wasn't about to sit there and wait for whatever that was to get any closer or weirder. I reached down to shift into reverse so I could back up and turn around, but I realized the engine wasn't running. I swear to God, it was dead silent. I had no idea how that was even possible. The only way to kill the engine would have been touching the key, but I distinctly remember never doing that. Why the hell would I do that? At that point, my hands were shaking, and my hands never shake. I pour drinks all day, my hands can't shake. As I was desperately trying to start the car, I couldn't help but think that this thing outside my car had something to do with my engine, which of course wouldn't start. I tried the ignition again and again. The engine was completely dead. Meanwhile, that blinking yellow light kept burning brighter and brighter and brighter, almost like it was feeding off something. My pulse was racing at that point. I had no idea what the hell was going on, and there was no one around for miles. Not knowing what else to do, I reached for my phone, figuring maybe I could at least get some video of it or call for help. But as soon as I tapped the screen, nothing happened. Completely black, my phone had died. I knew for a fact I still had at least 20%. I had literally checked it back at the bar before I closed up, but now it was as dead as the engine. Before I could do anything else, the light suddenly flared to a blinding brightness, like an exploding star. I physically couldn't keep my eyes open. That's how bright it was. I threw my arms up in front of me and kept my eyes shut for 10 seconds at least, feeling the blaze of what was now a gigantic light bulb. And then, just like that, it was gone, like it had never been there in the first place.
What?
The fog was still thick, but there was nothing out there anymore. My heart was still pounding, but I instinctively reached for the ignition one more time, and this time, the engine turned over like normal. I didn't waste another second. I drove the rest.
Yeah, whatever demon was on that road, they told theyself it's not worth it. It's not worth it. We gonna let you be. That's the only thing that saved Joe behind that day. They had a second change of thought, change of heart, whatever it's called. Yeah, because your butt was supposed to get tucked that day. I'm not gonna lie. It was starting to look like it. But, you know, for whatever reason, you know, they allowed you to walk or drive, you know.
Of the way home with my eyes glued to the road, as if looking away for even a second would bring that awful light back. But nothing else happened that night. Nothing ever happened again, actually. I've told this story to just about everyone I know. My family, friends, even a couple regulars at the bar. But no one's had an explanation that sits right with me. And trust me, I've heard every theory you could think of.
Yeah. Keep holy water.
This happened a couple years back. I'm a long-haul truck driver. I've been doing this for years now, so I've gotten pretty used to the long stretches of nothing. This particular night, I was on my second to last delivery of a cross-state loop, just trying to knock it out so I could get home.
Yo, this is so not part of the like story at all, but why are these on the tires? Like, why is this there? This seems like some type of hazard. Like, realistically, a car shouldn't be this damn close. But, like, why is this even there? Like, did this look like some fucking, I don't even know, like some death race type shit. Like what? Like, this don't even look like it's a part of the truck.
On my second to last delivery of a cross-state loop, just trying to knock it out so I could get home. The route had me cutting through one of those desert highways that barely get any traffic at night. No towns for miles, no gas stations, barely even any lights. Just a 2-lane road slicing through open desert under a sky full of stars. It's the kind of drive where you start to feel like you're the only person left on the planet. I was about an hour out from my next drop-off when I first noticed it. I glanced into one of my side mirrors and was kind of surprised to notice a dark SUV back there, trailing me. It wasn't riding my bumper or anything aggressive like that. It was actually keeping a pretty wide distance, but it was definitely following. No matter how fast or slow I went, it adjusted to match. For nearly 40 miles, it just hovered there in my mirrors. Always visible, always keeping that same strange gap. It never tried to speed up or pass, just sat back there like it was waiting for something. At first, I thought it was a driver who was afraid to pass me. Maybe they thought it was illegal or dangerous, but I cast that theory aside after driving through several passing zones. I guess it was possible they didn't know what a passing zone was, but I figured that was pretty implausible. As much as I was dying to know what was going on, I had a job to do. I couldn't afford to devote the whole night to figuring out what the guy behind me's problem was, so I tried to ignore him. As much as I tried, though.
Yeah, you can't try to ignore that, though. Like, if it's you and one other person on this empty ass road, you can't just sit there and drive and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just treat them like white noise. Nigga, no. The fuck? I'm paranoid as shit. Paranoid as shit. The fuck? And you just sitting there following me like I'm paranoid as shit. There'd be no way in hell I'ma just act like this shit normal. I'm putting that piece on my lap. You know what I'm saying? And I got down. Gonna cock back. Drive with one hand, you know, just ready. I can't just sit there and we just chilling, nigga. Like, fuck is you the FBI? Like, what did you?
I couldn't help but glance at his car every so often. It was really starting to make me tick, which is something I rarely ever do. Around 2 a.m., I decided to pull off at a small roadside rest area. It wasn't a full truck stop or anything like that. Just a dirt lot with a few faded parking spaces and a little shed with a couple of vending machines. There were also no external lights in the whole lot except for one dim bulb flickering above the vending machines. I figured I'd stretch my legs for a minute, grab a soda, and more importantly, let whoever was behind me pass. But when I glanced back before shutting off the engine, I saw that SUV pull in too, parking way off in the far corner of the lot. At that point, whatever confusion or discomfort I was feeling became pure rage. Whoever was driving that SUV was about to get a piece of my mind. I aggressively stepped down from the cab and started making my way over to the car, not even trying to disguise my frustration. But as I was stomping my way over there, whoever was inside must have realized that I was about to confront them, because before I could even get close, the SUV's engine suddenly flared to life and they peeled out of the spot like they were running from the cops, kicking up a huge cloud of dust and gravel. As they sped past me, I tried to catch a glimpse of the jagoff who was behind the wheel, but the windows were tinted and I couldn't make anything out. I watched as the car got back on the highway, tires still screeching. Within seconds, it was gone. Just a flicker of red taillights that quickly receded into nothingness. Part of me was relieved. I wouldn't have to deal with that nuisance anymore, and I could finally go about my night in peace. But another part of me was deeply unsettled. I had basically confirmed to myself that whoever was driving that car had been following me for some unknown reason. And what's worse, they clearly didn't want me approaching their vehicle, so their intentions must have been hostile. As I was returning from the vending machines, which coincidentally were completely unstocked, so that had been a huge waste of time, I only then realized how tired the whole encounter made me. My energy was zapped, and the last thing I wanted to do was get back on the road. I figured I'd earned at least a short break after all that. Just a quick nap.
Fuck out of here.
An hour.
You gonna take a nap after that shit? I hope you get your butt needs to get took in the worst way. Your ass needs to get horrified. I'm talking the worst way. The worst way. You're tripping. You are tripping. You are tripping. Hold on. Yeah, you are tripping.
Hour or two to recharge before finishing the route in the morning. I did a quick walk around the rig. I made sure the cargo doors were still locked and everything was secured tight, then climbed back into the cab. I reclined my seat, cracked the window slightly to let some air in, and settled in for a bit of rest. The lot was dead quiet by that point, and for the first time all night, I actually started to relax. My logic was that even if that person did mean me harm, there's no way they'd turn their vehicle around just to continue harassing me, even if they did want to come back.
Hold on. I got a song for you. And I might just put this in the soundboard. Hey, what do you say though?
Relax. My logic was that even if that person did mean me harm, there's no way they'd turn their vehicle around just to continue.
Never say never.
Harassing me. Even if they did want to come back, finding the lot again would be next to impossible. They'd have to search blindly in the middle of a pitch-black desert. The combination of my exhaustion and newfound comfort made falling asleep really easy. If I had to guess, I'd say I fell asleep that night in a matter of minutes. I should probably mention that I'm a really light sleeper. Like, really light. You kind of have to be in this line of work. Sleeping in sketchy roadside places so often builds a third eye, so to speak. If someone's messing with your rig while you're asleep, your entire livelihood could be at risk, not to mention your life. So yeah, the ability to wake up to even faint sounds could be the difference between job and no job, life and death.
That's the scariest thing about, the truck drivers. Like, shout out all my people, CDLs and shit, you know what I'm saying? Lifting their big body shits and all that. But bro, you gotta be on 10. Like, especially those drives where you're just out ass cracker fucking midnight, you know what I'm saying? 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. fucking driving in the middle of nowhere. You tired as shit. You gonna have to go to sleep. You gonna start dozing off at the wheel. That's spooky. I ain't gonna lie. That is spooky. I can't even. Right. And a part of me likes the idea in the future of doing CDL just cause. I like the idea of having, you know, the road to myself and driving and shit. But all that extra shit though, like, yeah, it's drawbacks to it. It's drawbacks to many things in life you do, career-wise, but driving a truck, the scary factor to it is very slept on. Like, you literally, like, I can't even really explain it in words. It's like, it can be a very chill, you know, job, but bruh, shit can get spooky real quick. Like, real quick.
Maybe an hour after falling asleep, you guessed it, I was woken up by the faintest little noise, a light crunching sound like footsteps pressing into the loose gravel. Even though I was still groggy, I had enough sense to keep quiet. I cracked the corner of one of my window blinds to take a look outside, and sure enough, there were two figures standing near the rear wheels of my trailer. They were crouched down low, inspecting the lower latch mechanisms like they were trying to figure out how to open them without making too much noise.
Hell no.
They were keeping pretty quiet.
Nigga, my shit died already. What the fuck? I don't even know where my battery just went. Man, why is this shit not going in? Oh my god, fuck. Alright. Alright.
But I noticed one of them had a small flashlight, using it to signal back and forth to the other. I couldn't make out any faces, but it was clear as day what they were doing. I didn't have any weapon on me. I usually don't, but if it came down to it, I was fully prepared to defend my rig and load.
With what? The power of your mind? Your Doctor Strange, my nigga? That's one thing I'm not getting with certain CDL people. You can't keep that thing on you? Like, is that a rule? Like, you can't be strapped up? Cause then I'm gonna second guess that CDL shit. Fuck. It's some BS. Like, no, bro. I can't be doing a work like this. And there could be a scenario where I'm gonna have to get at least a couple minutes of sleep. And then some niggas trying to, you know what I'm saying? Do some shit to my rig. Fucking put my job at risk. And I gotta, you know? Hopefully they don't come in this motherfucker, the car part, and do some shit like. And I'm just sitting there like, you know, like a hairless chicken. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that, bro. I gotta stay strapped with some shit like this.
That's my life. As I watched, one of the guys reached into a small bag and pulled out what looked like a pair of bolt cutters. That was it. Without even
Put
thinking,
that bitch in
I slammed my
drive.
palm down on the horn, sending the truck's air horn blaring. Their reaction was instant. Both men jumped like they'd been hit with a lightning bolt, and they scrambled back towards the roadside brush. Not even 10 seconds later, I saw headlights appear out of nowhere. It was that same SUV from earlier, this time roaring back into view with its lights still off, before whipping around and disappearing into the night again. I never even had time to step out of my cab before the whole thing was over. After things calmed down a bit, I called the police. Honestly, I was mostly just calling to report the incident and get it on record, but they insisted I stay put until a unit could get there to check things out. It took a while, but eventually 2 officers showed up and helped me inspect the truck. Sure enough, there were fresh pry marks along one of the lower lock arms on the back of my trailer, right where those guys had been messing around. Fortunately, they hadn't gotten it open. The officers told me they'd seen this kind of thing before. Cargo thieves. Apparently it's a lot more common along that corridor than most people realize. They figured the SUV had been following me for a while, waiting for the right time to strike. This remains the most unsettling thing that has ever happened to me. There's nothing better than a night drive, especially in the summer. Picture this. The warm summer breeze flowing through the open windows of a speeding car cutting through empty stretches of endless highway. Well, that's what it's like around my neck of the woods anyway. There aren't a lot of cars out on the highway at night, no cops either, so I essentially have free rein to drive how I please. And trust me, I take full advantage of that. My dad's BMW M3 definitely assists in that regard too. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a reckless driver or someone who operates a car at criminal speeds, but I do enjoy experiencing the full capabilities of German engineering from time to time. This night was one of those times. I was full-on joyriding, cruising along the highway without a care in the world, stereo turned off and passenger seat empty. My ears were focused not on music, but on 2 other things, the beautiful sounds of my car and the whip of the air around my face. Driving like this is one of the only things that makes me feel truly free. I'm not sure what came over me, but at one point I had this insatiable urge to pull off the highway and cut up some back roads where I could really appreciate the car's handling. It's like when you get a really strong urge to do something and you don't really know why, but you do know that you won't be able to sleep at night if you don't satisfy it. That's exactly what it was like. So I did exactly that. I pulled off at the next exit and started cutting through a network of back roads, weaving through whatever neighborhood I had landed in. The roads were narrow and filled with tight bends, exactly the kind of driving I was looking for. I let the car open up a bit, taking the turns with just enough speed to feel the tires grip and release. The streets were completely deserted. It was just me, the car, and the road. That is, until I spotted a flicker of light in the road up ahead and slammed on the brakes just in time to barely avoid smashing into it. Once I came to a stop, I finally got a clear look at what I had almost hit. It was a shopping cart, just sitting there in the middle of the road like someone had wheeled it out and left it. The way my headlights bounced off the metal bars must have been what caught my eye and made it look a lot more sudden and dramatic than it really was. Still, it completely threw me off. I mean, it's not exactly normal to find a random shopping cart sitting dead center in the middle of the back road at close to midnight. Against my better judgment, I put the car in park, turned on my hazards, and stepped out to take a closer look.
And you walking right into a fucking trap. You couldn't see this shit from a mile away. You couldn't see this shit right fucking in front of you. Like, dude, they should have put a sign in the cart that says, get out that car and investigate, and that butt is going to be fondled with. It might as well just been a sign saying that, bro, because, come on, gang. What are you expecting? If the shit is empty, what the fuck do you hope to see from an empty-ass shopping cart? That's why I say this a million times. Certain stories, I'm like, damn, they getting fucked up. They couldn't even really known, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have been none the wisest. And then there's some stories where I'm like, you know what? You know what? Natural selection.
I probably should have just kept driving, but my curiosity got the better of me. The whole thing just felt so random and out of place that I had this weird need to make sense of it. The night air hit me right away, warm but a little buggy, and the only sound was my cooling engine making the classic BMW ticking sound. I walked up to the cart, unsure of what I'd find inside. Groceries, maybe? No, that was ridiculous. I internally scolded myself for letting such a dumb thought even enter my brain. I peered inside the cart and realized it was completely empty, just an ordinary metal shopping cart sitting in the middle of the road.
This nigga needed to walk up to the cart and... Did y'all just hear the shit that came out his mouth? He needed to walk up to the cart. A fucking regular shopping cart. He had to get out of his car to look at a regular shopping cart to then say to himself, oh wait, it's nothing in here. Yo, that's the end of the stream. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. How fucking... How dumb? Like general. How much more dumb can a nigga be?
I stood there for a few seconds, but when it became clear there was nothing unusual about the cart itself, I turned to head back toward my car. That's when I saw out of the corner of my eye, two dark figures suddenly broke out from the farmland beside the road. They were sprinting full speed, coming straight toward me. It took my brain a second to even process what I was seeing, but in that moment, it was life or death. My options were either act or die. I bolted back to my car and basically punched the start button. The car came to life as those figures made it to my car window. One of them stopped a few feet from my car, but the other one sprinted directly into my passenger side door, coming to a halt with a deafening thump. He didn't even flinch. It was as if my car were invisible. That's how fast he had been running. He didn't even brace himself for the impact. The two of us locked eyes, and all the confidence I just had was instantly gone. I was frozen. He stared at me with two beady, bloodshot eyes. His clothes were torn.
Frozen my ass. Dope movie. Shout out Disney. Frozen my ass. You wanna die. Nah, this nigga pissed me off. I ain't gonna... I'm rooting for the weirdos. I'm rooting for the niggas that set you up. You Frozen. The sequel was kinda never watched it, so I'm not even gonna judge. Frozen my ass. How you get in the car and you...
Like he'd been running through thick brush or barbed wire, and his hair was messy and wet. His face was smeared with something dark, dirt or blood or maybe both. He had this unsettling, vacant expression on his face that wasn't exactly a scowl, but wasn't exactly a smile either. I've never been more terrified in my entire life. It was bad. There was blood spurting from somewhere on his body, but he didn't seem to care or even notice. He must have realized I wasn't going anywhere, because he started fumbling with the door handle, trying to pry the door open. That's what did it for me. I snapped back to reality, maneuvered the car around the shopping cart, and sped out of there. I was beyond conflicted the whole drive home. Not only was I still shaken up and scared, but part of me also felt like that person needed help for his wounds and wasn't going to get it. I debated going back to see.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
If he needed help, but ultimately decided against it. Instead, I reported the incident to the police while still driving, and they said they'd send someone over to the spot I described to check it out. When I finally made it back home, I parked in the driveway and got out to inspect the car. I needed to know how bad the damage was. That's when I noticed there was blood spattered across the entire passenger side door, way more than I had expected. It was streaked along the side mirror, smeared across the handle, even dotting part of the rear quarter panel. There was also a slight dent near the center of the door, just barely noticeable if you weren't looking for it. The amount of blood, though, that's what really got to me. It was far more than I would have thought from that brief impact. It was an inhuman amount of blood. The next morning, my dad took one look at the car and completely lost it. He didn't even give me a chance to explain before he started going off, yelling about how irresponsible I was, how I should have never taken the car out that late, and how much it was going to cost to fix the paint and the dent. I kept trying to tell him that it wasn't my fault, that something happened out there that I couldn't have possibly predicted, but he wasn't having it. To him, all he saw was his car covered in blood with a dented door, and that was enough. I may have hit a deer for all he cared. He eventually did come around to what had happened, and he was actually pretty sympathetic, but not until after I got the car cleaned up. And let's just say that that was one of the last times he let me go joyriding after dark.
Yeah, you ain't seen my car ever again, nigga. The fuck, go get your own shit. I'll drive the whatever piece of shit, pickup, whatever the fuck you driving, nigga. You ain't driving this motherfucking car. You would have told me that story from start to finish, and I still would have been mad. I still would have went off on you, dumbass. Cause you would have had me at, I got out of my car to look at an empty shopping cart, perfectly in the middle of a road. Everything else at that point, it would have been your fault. Don't give a damn.
I'm pretty sure I can explain everything that happened. Those people, probably homeless, had tried to lure some unsuspecting soul out of their car with a shopping cart. I had been that unsuspecting soul that night. They just hadn't been fast or stealthy enough to get the jump on me before I could get out of there. I never heard back from the police, but I wasn't really expecting to.
This video popping up just scared the shit out of me. I didn't show it. This looked nasty.
Me feels like I shouldn't care, but I really hate thinking an impact with my car might have ended someone's life that night.
Fuck you, man. Yo, this nigga really got out of his car to look at a shop. I'm still on that. He got out of his car, looked in an empty shopping cart and said, he said to himself, damn, it ain't nothing in here. Like, that is all right. W video for Mr. Nightmare, man. W video. Don't be a him in the last story. Don't be him. You see some weird shit in the road, go on about your fucking business. Last thing you need to do is go investigate, nigga. You're not Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Alright. I don't know if we're gonna finish this. I might have to skip through it a little bit because it's getting a little late. And trying to get into these games. I'm trying to get into these games. But we'll see what the vibes will be by the end of tonight. Whoa, what am I doing? Alright, so boom. Next video we have Predator helps us catch a predator at an enemy what the fuck? Yo, I was just reading the title and I'm like, nigga, am I tweaking? Like, why it says predator twice? But I guess two EDPs are in the situation and one of them is self-snitching on the other. Hold on, let me put this in there. But either way it goes, man, you know, video by Skeeter Jean. Shout out Skeeter. Doing the Lord's work as always. Yeah, I know we don't really react to him as much on the channel anymore, but, you know, I'll check a video out here and there. I've already expressed that, you know, watching some of these dudes repeat the same goddamn garbage out of their mouth, it kind of gets repetitive. But we're going to kind of spin back on certain videos here and there from the channel. I got to get back to watching Gideon too. I ain't watched a video from him in like months. But without further ado though, let's get straight into the video.
This YouTuber known for catching alleged child predators strikes again.
His name is Skeeter Jean. Take a look at the mugshots here. 37-year-old Brennan Schwartz. Now both of these alleged predators are being held on $20,000 bonds.
So we found a guy dressed as Predator to help us catch the Predator. Brennan, do you just want to be?
So it's not an actual. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Straight up, I've been listening to your story.
Straight up, I am not here to meet up.
That's a good idea. That was a good idea. It bamboozled me. Maybe was the nigga in the thumbnail and I ain't noticed? It's a good idea though. It was a good idea.
Two girls that.
What up, it's your boy, Skeet Hansen. This is day 2 at Ozuku-Con in Port Huron, Michigan. We're about to catch this guy. His name is Brennan. He is his profile says 35, but he's actually 27. Check him out there. He's just cooling out by the pier. He likes old cars and stuff like that. This guy's from Warren, Michigan. Thinks he's talking to a year-old girl and this year-old girl's friend. So he thinks he's coming here to meet 2 decoys today. He has expressed that he wants to have with both of them. Do you like older guys? What would you be interested in doing? He says he was talking to someone one time. They were hanging out and doing stuff. And I was 18.
Hold on, I'm trying to see the put bags at the back. I thought that bit was a Dolce Gabbana. But then I realized this ain't a fucking G.
He was talking to someone one time. They were hanging out.
And I don't know if those even has some goddamn shit that look like this.
And doing stuff. And I was 18. She wasn't 18 yet. Her dad called and almost got him locked up. So he has, when he was 18, he has been with a before, from what he says. This is not his first time around the block. He says, would you be interested in being my sugar babe? He says, I can get you things that we hang out and maybe we can, and you can send me pictures if you want. He wants some pictures, he says, some that are hot, like half and just normal. So he's asked for pictures from the girl, just wants to do normal stuff, no weird stuff, just a BJ and regular. Well, I'll tell you, it is weird. He says, normally I wouldn't ask to but you are. And he's talking about taking the girl from the convention here to his house and her staying the night, and her friend too. We sent a picture of the girl's friend, and the friend is going to get him actually into the con. And he says, I would like to be your last older guy that you have with. We can be buddies for a bit and then take it more seriously. So he doesn't talk too crazy, but he's made it pretty clear that he does want to have with these two. He's pretty much said the same thing to this year-old girl's friend. He's texting 2 decoys at once right now. So, do I want to have both of you at the same time? Yes, that would be really awesome. All 3 of us can be friends. Everybody knows about each other. But I don't even know how you and me are going to work out when we meet. So, I mean, here he's saying he wants to have both of them. I hear he sends a picture of his whip. It's pretty clean. It's not bad. Check it out there. It's his whip that he's restored. And then it's pretty clean. It's not bad. Check it out there.
Is that a Cadillac or a Mustang? I think that's a Cadillac. I'm not a car head. I'm be real. I gotta get more into cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting not close, but getting up there in age. You know what I'm saying? I want to get into like the cars and shit. You know, the different types of like old school little Cadillacs, the goddamn low riders and shit. Yeah, I gotta do my homework on that. But I think this is a Cadillac, some shit. I mean, it got goddamn. I can't tell if that's just the lighting and shit. Cause I'm like, the painting looks fucking. It don't look right.
It's his whip that he's restored, and then we got a picture of him smiling. So you kind of know what he looks like. He's got like one of those milk dud heads. Yeah. He did send another picture. Oh, this is a more recent picture of him. He looks very threatening, very menacing. That's why we have Chester here today. Just in case this guy tries anything crazy. Check this out. That is him with an ice cream cone in the car.
Man, fuck out of here.
He looks very threatening, very menacing here. This is Brennan, 27 years old, thinks he's meeting not one, but...
He's 27, though. That's the shit that, no, he gotta be 35. Fuck out of here.
This is Brennan, 27 years old, thinks he's meeting...
Like, that's... Bro, he look 40. Ain't no way that's how I'm gonna look in 3 years, dog. Dude. And look, the bald, I even said it to my homie. He you know what I'm saying? He got the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, the Michael Jordan. He got the Shaquille O'Neal, the Kobe Bryant, the Bean. Bro, when you bald, it makes you look like 10 times older. Like, bro, he's my age. But, you know, like 8 months-ish older. But, nigga, we the same age. Anytime, like, my family member, or, like, anybody I know, like, it'll just be some random shit. Now I'm just showing them pictures through my phone, whatever the fuck. And then it'll be a picture of me and him. You know what I mean? Like, even the other day, my sister seen a picture of my homie, and she's like, well, how old is he? And then I told her, yeah, he's like 24. She was like, oh, I thought that nigga was 30. Yeah, I thought that nigga was 30. $30. 30 piece. No mild sauce. Telling you, bro, it's the bald. With this long ass goatee, this is why he look 40. Right. He like this look is crazy. I don't know why the fuck he. This whole picture's
not one, but 2-year-old girls today. Forced. Hopefully he doesn't run, because both the predators we caught last night ran. I ran like at least half a mile yesterday, which I was not intending to do. But our decoy's gonna be here in a little bit. Brennan is gonna be here in probably like 10 minutes, and we're gonna go from there. We're gonna have the decoy let him into the con. We're gonna try the same thing we did last night. We're gonna have him come like here to our booth. The decoy's gonna pretend like she wants to get a signature from me, and we'll kind of just go about it like that and kind of see what happens. Hopefully he doesn't recognize me. So we found a guy dressed as Predator to help us catch the Predator that's gonna be here. And you said you used to be a cop?
No, I'm not a cop here, but I'm a cop somewhere else.
Oh, you're a cop somewhere else. He's actually, we have law enforcement Predator here. Sweet, let's get it. Let's get it. No, this is the guy. He's gonna be here in like 5 minutes to meet a year-old. That's the guy. All right, we'll go let the decoy in. I think the Predator's already here. Yeah, just give me like 5 minutes. I gotta go get the decoy. All right, he's coming in. He's coming in.
What in the hell did I just walk into?
I know. There's
like
so
10
many
people with tails
here.
just walking by the freeway.
Why don't you have one on?
Huh?
Why don't you have one on?
I don't dress up. Why the hell are you wearing a hoodie?
I'm freezing.
It's hot.
No, it's not.
I live with my dad and his girlfriend.
Oh.
She just officially moved out of her ex's house. So we went and got all of her crap and I got a new bed. So I had to rearrange everything today. From 7 o'clock until I text you that said I'm ready.
Oh my gosh, wait. That's literally Ski. That's literally Skeeter Jean.
I
Do you know him?
No.
Wait, should I go ask for an autograph? No, should I? Like that? Oh my gosh.
So how long did it take you to get here?
Like 69 minutes.
69 minutes?
That's it.
Oh, that's my favorite number. Thank you.
Oh, wait, you were in line before, right?
That's awesome. Oh,
How's it
I'm
going?
sorry, you can have your spot. I'm
No,
sorry,
you're
forgive me.
good.
How's it
Hi,
going?
Steve.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Are you a fan of the channel?
Yeah. I watch you all the time. My name's
Oh, nice to meet you. Hey, who else do we have here?
This is
Oh, hi.
yeah.
How long you guys been watching?
I've been watching for like 2 years.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Brennan.
Brennan,
I've
nice
never
to
been your
Oh, nice to meet you, Brennan. You guys all watch the
He's a
channel?
YouTuber.
A little bit.
Okay, how long you been watching?
Not very long.
Not very long.
So
Okay.
She sent it to me and said you should watch it.
She sent it to you. Okay. What video did you?
Like it gets. It gets to a point. It gets to a fucking point. Like, it's like these niggas don't got no fucking shame, no brain cells, no social awareness. It's either he just flat out lied, like just flat out lied, and I just missed that, or this nigga gotta be one of the most dumbest niggas on planet Earth. Coincidentally, the day your 27-year-old ass came to meet a fucking minor, the same day you come meet her, she goes to an anime con while visiting her so-called favorite YouTuber that does predator catches. Which his content has nothing to do with anything anime. But somehow he has his own little booth. Yeah, bro, he had to just pull that out his ass, bro. He must just pull. But I'm thinking in my head, why would he just rant? Why would he lie in this situation to say the girls sent him a video? If that never even happened, like, why the fuck we just make that up on the spot? So part of me really think that she sent the video to him. These niggas piss me off. If I was this little weird ass nigga, bro, as soon as I would have seen him, I would have bounced. I would have bounced. Why the fuck would you even...
You send him?
I forgot.
Oh, just, I mean, there's so many, you know?
Yeah, he posts like 100 videos. Like, he
yeah,
has
for
like
sure.
100 videos.
Do you have a favorite video, Brennan?
Not really.
Not really. You just kind of generally just watch them as they come up.
Getting new into all of this stuff.
Yeah.
More into cars.
Oh, you're more into cars. Okay.
Building.
What do you drive?
70 Impala wagon.
Oh man, those are sick. But yeah, where are you guys from?
Detroit.
Detroit area. Yeah.
Just north of Detroit.
Okay, love my Detroit natives. So yeah, we're doing pictures today. We're doing signings. Everything's free. Whatever you guys want to get. If you want to get a picture, all together, get a picture maybe. That's usually what people do. Well, I'll just pose up here. Okay. All right.
He about small as shit too. He a cold 5'7" on the dot. Probably a little smaller than that. You got the pot belly look. Yeah, this nigga's nasty. He got a nasty player build.
All right, good one, good one. And yeah, Sam, we probably want, if you want a signing.
You should get one, seriously. He's so famous.
Hey, it might be worth some money one day,
Yeah.
right? And that is yours.
Thank you.
I'll do one just for you, Brennan. Is it BRENN?
What brand is those? What brand is that? I'm looking like some guy.
Thank you.
I'll do one just for you, Brennan.
I forgot how the Sketcher logo. Well, doesn't it just say Sketcher? Like, I think that's how the logo looks. I don't know what the fuck them bitches is. Them bitches look like, I don't know, Klay Thompson shoes. I don't know.
Is it BRENNEN? Gotcha.
You're the first one to actually spell my name.
Yeah, I mean, I knew a guy named Brennan. I went to high school with a guy named Brennan, the same spelling. Okay. I'll leave you a note. I'm gonna write, you've just been skeeted. That's my catchphrase, Brennan. There you go. How do you guys know each other?
Facebook dating.
Facebook dating?
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that app is like a real show.
Oh.
I mean, it's good people can find other people on there, though.
Mhm.
You know? Yeah. So, like, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm.
You're
Yeah.
Wait, Brennan, how old are you? Wait.
Okay, this. That nigga said. Nigga, get the fuck out of here, bro. You don't look. He don't, bro. This nigga don't look like he's nowhere in his 20s. He don't look nowhere in his 20s. This nigga look 40. Get the talking off. Come on, bro. You gotta stop. Like, gang. Oh my god, nigga. I didn't know Skeeter was gonna go that route. I've never seen Skeeter do this route before. Cause he'll usually do some shit like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna sign this random picture of you. Okay, here you go. And it'd be a picture of him from the call log and shit, or the little messages. Then he'll go over it and all that other shit. He just randomly did that. Like, yeah. How old are you? That caught me off guard.
On there, though. You know? Yeah. So, like, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm.
You're
Yeah.
Wait, Brennan, how old are you? Wait. 20. Wait.
What's wrong with
you guys
that?
been in Facebook dating?
There's a friends thing on there.
Oh, as friends. Okay. Well, Brennan,
There's a dating and then a.
There's a dating and then there's a friendship. You're supposedly 20 years old, wanted to be friends with a 15-year-old. Not your family, just a random 15-year-old. Get your stupid ass. Like.
Friendship thing, just to venture out and meet more people that aren't in your immediate area.
Okay, right on. Okay, so you guys met more just as friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Brennan, do you know what I do on YouTube?
Nah, really.
Not really? So, we do these, like, sort of, they're like sting operations. We catch these, it's just online predators. But not people that are, like, in the friends or imagining us friends. But when you watch it, get a second.
All right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You'll watch it when you get a second, for sure. But, Brennan, now that I think about it, I think you might have came up in one of our investigations. Hey, Scrumptious. How's it going?
Pretty good yourself.
Will this be your picture?
That was an old picture.
That's an old picture. How old is that picture?
A year ago.
A year?
When I bought my car.
Okay. Because it looks like this picture was sent to a girl that identified as recently.
Yeah.
Did you send that to this year-old girl?
Yeah. Meet more friends, meet more people out here.
Okay. And was that before or after you proposed? Looks like the idea of having with her.
I didn't propose anything. I just meant to come out.
But it looks like so I have these messages here. From what it looks like, Brennan, looks like you were here to meet not one but 2-year-old girls. And it looked like you wanted to have. You said you like messing around, and you don't want to do any crazy stuff, just normal stuff like giving head and whatnot. Is what it.
I wonder how many people, obviously the people in the back concerned, motherfuckers that left from the booth, they know what's going on. But I wonder if it's mad people in there that know what's going on. Like, that is a crazy, well-deserved feeling. But that must be a crazy feeling. Just once he kind of comes to his senses, and he's just looking around like, you know what I mean? It's like that one clip of SpongeBob, it's just a mob of people just staring at him.
Looks like here.
No, just hang out here.
Just hanging out. What about when you said, would you be interested in being my sugar babe? Didn't you say that?
Don't be scared.
Well, this would be your phone. Would this be your phone number here? That's not yours? Well, Brennan, it just looks like it. You say we can hang out and maybe, and you can send me pictures if you want. Do you recall that message?
No.
Okay. Now, Brennan, do you want to take a seat? Because I think we have some things to go over in this chat log.
I'm good.
You're good? We just had to talk about this, if you don't mind. So...
And the thing is, he ain't even telling on nobody. He's lying. the nigga is just lying. You know what I'm saying? It's the fucked up part. But it's like, damn, nigga. You finna hit me with the phone was at the homie crib? You trying to throw the homie under the... Watch who you call your friends, man. Watch who you call your friends, man. Maybe this loser ass nigga don't have no friends. You know what I'm saying? It's a pattern with some of these type of dudes.
His little brother uses it constantly.
Okay, so...
Not allowed to have a phone.
Okay, what's his little...
Little brother.
brother maybe having this conversation?
Most likely.
So how did
he
you...
uses my phone constantly. By
So
the
how
time
did
I get it, all the stuff's gone.
Okay, how did you end up here though?
I seen the swords and knives and stuff over there.
But,
I'm into
but you
some
were
of this stuff.
Well, you were just here with who said she was in this chat log.
Yeah, I messaged her.
You messaged her,
But
but you said
or no nothing like that.
well, you said your friend's brother messaged her
Yeah, first, and I was talking to her.
at first,
Yeah.
and then you started talking to her after.
I didn't message her anything about nothing. I was
Okay.
talking to her.
But it wasn't brought up by you, is what you're saying. Okay. How often do other people get a hold of your phone?
Constantly. I have my phone. I don't have my phone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
And other
I get
days
it back during the weekend.
You get it back during the week.
Okay. Y'all see how why I don't react to these vids no more? It's like the shit that they be trying just like they would not do well on Broadway. Like with the improv and shit. The acting is just not acting, my nigga. The skills it's there's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing there. Cause what the fuck? As a grown-ass man, 27 years old, there's no reason your phone is just gone from Monday to Wednesday, nigga. The fuck? How does that even happen? You so Illuminati in this bitch? You goddamn, you sun gazing 3 days out the week? What the fuck you talking about? Nigga, your phone is on you. Fuck up out here with that shit, man.
Do you just lend it out?
No, I leave it at his house most of the time.
You leave it at his house.
I stay with him.
What's the reason for that?
I stay with him most of the time.
Well, let me ask you this, Brendan. Did you send this message here? You said nothing weird, just normal blowjob and not weird. What kind of things are you into? And what are you going to wear to the con? You didn't send that. But you're here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here anyways.
Okay. So did your friend's brother know you were going to be here?
Yes.
You were
He was
already
supposed
planning
to be here today.
Okay. Because from what it looked like you or whoever was having the conversation didn't have any knowledge of the con until this girl brought it up.
I was coming regardless. He didn't know.
You already knew about. Oh, he didn't know you were coming.
No.
So he just guessed that.
Mentioned I was coming here.
Okay.
He's into anime stuff. But
Okay.
I'm not.
Where's he at?
He is sick.
Oh, he's sick. Got
Something
it.
with his throat.
Okay.
He can't be around people. If
And
he
how-
gets
Okay.
affected with somebody here has the
Yeah.
flu,
Okay.
it could intensify what he has.
Well, Brendan, from this chat log, it looks like you were trying to do something to a year-old girl's throat. No. And how old is your friend's little brother who is using your phone? He's okay. And how tall are you, Brendan?
5'9".
5'9", 5'10"?
Somewhere in there.
Okay, because there is a message sent that says, "Oh, your fun size, LOL. I'm 5'10".
I'm a 5'9".
Okay, so did he just guess your height there?
He knows how tall I am.
Was he just pretending to be you?
Probably.
Why would he do that?
He's done it before.
He done it before. Yo, this nigga is disgusting. This nigga, these the type niggas you gotta like. I couldn't do these catches, bro, cause I just do it to him right then and there. Cops just gonna have to arrest me, nigga. You just get gone immediately. Bro, you really trying to throw a 15-year-old boy under the bus with this shit? Is you no backbone. No backbone. Just no spine.
Really? What benefit is he?
A long time ago.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I have access to things that he can't get a hold of.
Okay,
So
such
he
as
pretends it's
dating
me.
apps like Facebook dating?
Yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
He's not allowed to have Facebook. He's
So
not allowed
he
to have a phone,
pretends.
He's not allowed to have literally anything like that.
Okay. At one point he says, if I have you over Saturday and Sunday, I can take you home, but I foresee a problem. What problem do you think he was talking about?
Me.
You? Why would you?
Be in there.
Because you're an adult and she's
Because
30.
I'll be there Saturday and Sunday. I'll be at home.
So because you're an adult and she's.
Yeah.
That
He's not allowed
I
to
can
have any-
see.
He is not
yeah.
allowed to have anybody
Okay.
with females.
Okay.
He's locked up at home constantly.
Okay, I can see how that
He's
could.
got in trouble with.
Yeah, I can see how that could be an issue.
people before.
Got it. And looks like there was talks of a friend who was going to be at this convention. A picture was sent, and either you, I don't know if you said this or your friend's brother said this, but it was said that they said, think I can see a little more of your adorable self. Your friend is very pretty. You guys, they say, you guys are going to get me in trouble. You think he said that? So why would he get in trouble if he's talking to a girl female?
Because you will get in trouble with talking to anybody. He's
What
not
kind of-
allowed to talk to literally anybody.
What kind of trouble would he get in?
Go back to foster care.
Okay. Do you think...
Go back into the
'cause
system.
To me, this looks like, the girl says she's in trouble in that regard. You
Nigga, you're not going back in the system at 15 because you're talking this way to a 15-year-old girl. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. But you're gonna go somewhere from doing that. The fuck? I know if my son was talking this crazy to a 15-year-old girl and he was 15 as well, I mean, you'll have to kind of get on his ass a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? But boys will be boys. He young. So, wouldn't be that much of a problem. Nigga, you are a grown-ass man. Why in his head does he even want, like, why is he entertaining the idea of being friends? I would have, bro, I would have, nigga, would have beat his ass to damn near dying. So I would have, you know what I'm saying? Would have did him like a Rampage son. Said that way it wouldn't be me getting off, nigga. What? Would have been on him.
usually is in reference to in trouble with the police and the law and whatnot.
No, you'll get in trouble with us.
Okay, so you didn't send that message. Okay. Don't you think him
Other than
having...
the initial contact,
Yeah.
I haven't talked to them up until yesterday.
Yesterday. So you kind of came in...
Thursday, Friday.
And you didn't say anything about, hey, I wasn't actually talking to you. It was my friend's brother.
I didn't. The texts were gone.
Oh, the texts were gone.
All the chats were gone up until where I seen.
So you
I
just...
didn't see
So someone
anything.
started messaging you that you didn't know of, and you just started replying.
No,
Is that
I
what you're
had the
telling me?
messages before,
Okay.
but
Oh,
the
you had it before.
conversations of and of the pictures of everything were gone.
Oh,
before I got there.
those specific messages were gone.
Most of everything
Oh,
from
okay.
when he's used my phone.
So when you picked up the conversation, it was just normal
Yeah,
chat.
because when I got it, there were apps on my phone, games that were gone.
Okay.
Apps that Instagram, Snapchat were gone off my phone that I
Okay.
seen that were in the cloud.
Got
I
it.
don't have any of that stuff.
I see.
It's stupid.
Okay. But do you see how, a conversation like this happening on your phone and you being here can maybe land you in some sort of trouble?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I had no intentions on doing anything after this.
Okay. How
Come here.
old, let me ask you, how old did you think Emily was when you first got here?
I don't know.
Why do you think it was said, did you send this message here? At least, if the older guy thing doesn't work out, you have a hot friend you can be with. We will see how Saturday goes. But I would like to be your last older guy. Did you send that?
No, that was him.
That was him that sent that.
He was supposed to be here with me.
He was supposed to? Why did he say, I would like to be your last older guy?
Because he's looking to take off and leave. We've caught him trying to run away.
Okay.
He was talking to somebody up here and was supposed to meet. I found out meet with him today.
Okay.
He's ended up being sick, but he's supposed to meet with another older guy. 18,
Another old
19,
guy.
and take
So,
off.
so is he on another app? Like,
I think so.
Okay, posing as you?
Yeah. Trying
Really?
to get a hold of somebody to, hey, you want to get a room together?
So
Hey,
he's
you
trying to
wanna
make
get
he's trying to make you look gay, like you bat for the wrong team.
Probably, and he was gonna go meet up with somebody and like run away.
Okay. Is he just trying to get you in trouble?
I found out I have an account on like Grindr.
You have an account on Grindr
From him.
that you didn't make. Wow.
From him.
It sounds like he's just got it out.
Why the fuck would somebody like game 15-year-old boy ain't doing all this shit? They're not. 15 and under, they're fucking stupid. They're just gonna use their own pictures, my nigga. They're not thinking, oh, y'all finna take this loser, weird, creepy ass nigga's face, put it on an app so I can goddamn get some cheeks. It's not happening, nigga. You feeling yourself a little too much, nigga. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Come back to earth, gang. You are not, you know what I'm saying? You're not him. You're not him. Nobody would want to use your pictures to get, no. That's not happening.
For you.
He's using my phone.
Yeah.
A lot, and he's trying to make it to where
Don't you think you should
can get
lock?
a hold of somebody.
Don't you think you should lock your phone up?
I
Or
did.
do you keep a passcode on your phone?
Passcodes on my phone and passcodes on my apps.
Okay.
But when you download apps that I don't know of,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard.
How does it get in your phone if your phone has a passcode?
Because it's not hard to get in my phone.
Oh, he just.
My
Is it
pass-
1, 2, 3, 4?
No, it's a U.
Oh, it's a
the
U.
dots.
Okay. And then it was said,
You got a fucking Android, my nigga? The fuck you mean a dot, nigga? That's some Android shit. No disrespect to Android users, but yeah, that's some Android shit.
and can dream, or we could do things like and be buddies for a little bit. Did you send that message?
No.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what you sent and what he sent. It would almost be better if she was ugly. I'm trying to get with you after and can't handle both. Meaning her and her friend, they're both.
Most likely.
Here it said, do I want to have both of you at the same time? Yes, that would be really awesome. All three of us can be friends. Everybody knows about each other. I don't even know how you and me are going to work out. And then, there's more talks about meeting here on Saturday, which you're here. It just, I mean, do you see from my point of view how?
Oh yeah, I see
how it
this
looks
is
like.
extreme, yeah.
It looks like you're here to have 2-year-old girls. You see how that looks?
That looks. It looks
Right. You have your phone on you right now, right? Okay. Does it have any of these messages on it? Okay. Well, would you be able to show me that? You wouldn't be able to show me? Because if you show me that these messages weren't on your phone, I would have no reason to think that you're here to do this.
I'm not here by any means. I know.
Okay.
I know better.
But you're not willing to clear your name.
I told you I'm not here to do anything
But
like that.
if I saw
I'm
you,
literally here to go here, and then I'm heading.
Right. But
to a show.
if you were to show me that these messages aren't on your phone, I would be more inclined to believe you.
You know, it's so funny. He said he came up to the anime convention, not really being into the anime shit. That shirt, I'm pretty sure that's an anime show. I can look it up. Hold on. I'm pretty sure that's an anime show. I gotta hold on. I gotta read
Messages
that.
aren't
Actually.
on your phone. I would be more inclined to believe you.
That shit look familiar. I could have sworn like that shit look.
These messages are. If I saw
I'm
you
literally here to go here, and then I'm heading.
Right. But
to a show.
if you were to show me that these messages
I don't think that says nothing at the bottom. Y'all can't even see. But
aren't on your phone, I would be more inclined to believe.
that look like some anime shit though. I don't know every anime on planet Earth, but that shit look familiar. Is that? I don't know.
Believe you.
There's no way to show me.
You have your phone on you, right?
I don't have any service up there.
You don't have to have service. Just pull up your
I have to have
your
service
messenger.
to look up the service.
Oh, no,
I
you
have to have
don't.
service to look up messages.
No, they're stored on your phone. You don't have to have service.
Every time I go to do anything like that, it's
Well,
on the not.
I'll tell you, why don't we
it's
just...
on a texting app.
It's on a texting app? Why don't we just try opening it up and see if this conversation is there? Okay, let's see. Because if it's not you, I would just like to clear your name. Let's see. It was WhatsApp. Okay, so let's see. Last conversation was 8:12. What about if you open up your iMessage?
I don't use that.
Well, let's just see if it happens to be there just by coincidence. Let's go into iMessage. So that's the girl who is your... No, it looks like that's the same. She said, I'll be there in a sec. Well, can we open that conversation? But Brennan,
I'm just looking to see if there's
Brennan,
another
you're looking very guilty right now. No, that's the only you have in your phone. So if we can just go into that conversation. That is a picture. That's a picture of her.
Yeah.
Now, if you scroll up all the way up. Yep. That's a long message thread.
What the fuck? He say scroll up. Who the fuck say? Hey, hold on. Let me look in at that text real quick. Let's scroll up real quick. Okay, I got you. Who does this? Who moves that fast? Fuck, you gonna look at messages from like 2020 doing that shit? You don't goddamn go to the first message sent in history of the iPhone.
Hey, it looks like it's all the way from the beginning. So this conversation I have here, Brennan, is on your phone.
Weird. I don't message her. I don't use any of my.
That is weird, Brennan. How do we explain this whole conversation being on your phone?
I don't know.
If it wasn't you.
I see. I gotta stand up.
Okay, that's fine. You can stand up. Do we have? Are we still ordering pizza?
I can go with pizza.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you hungry, Brendan?
No.
Okay, because we usually get like an extra large, like pepperoni.
I'm allowed to eat pizza, pickles, and there's a bunch of other stuff. I got
Were you trying to give a girl your pickle?
No.
No. Okay, so that's what it seemed like. But another thing,
Bro,
Brendan,
stop,
is
man.
a picture was sent of you wearing this exact shirt before you got here.
Yeah.
They were saying, I'm going to be here.
Yes.
And now you're here.
Yes, I'm coming here anyway.
But you realize the whole conversation is on your phone.
I wasn't planning on coming here to have.
Well, Brendan, you said before that not all these messages are on your phone. You said that before, right?
I didn't know any of that. I don't go back and look at old messages.
So-
I don't do anything. Last time I checked,
Okay.
last time I messaged her was Monday, Tuesday.
And so you didn't go into the message thread and go back and see what was said before. You just started replying
Yeah, I
to a
don't go back
conversation.
to look through.
Okay.
There should be no reason I need to go back and look at a message that.
Well, I would be
thought I
concerned
send, but
if
it's
someone
not.
was on my phone.
Bro, this has nothing to do with anything. Nigga, why the fuck did I look? I'm waiting for Kai to hit 1 million subs. This nigga already hit it. Hold on. This motherfucker already has 50,000 more.
Dream it, but I kind of like, I was just thinking about this shit the whole entire time. Zay Flowers 4 with the 5 get appreciated. A damn portable. This is why I should have smacked you 1,000,000 times. Oh, my bad, CB. Playing GT. 200 gifted. Go! Andrew with the 10. Holy shit! I boogied down.
His mom pulled up too.
With the 25. Oh my gosh, y'all.
Oh my god, I missed it. I can't believe I just missed this shit. I wanted to see at least a minute or two of this shit.
You can do anything you fucking want.
Damn. What the fuck?
No, I didn't break it. Look. Hold on. No. Hold on. Wait. I'm about to update it. Let's see what it says that. I'm about to update. 3, 2, 1. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Sonny, update it. Oh my God.
Every night because we drink to my accomplishments. Made it way too young, I'm floating in and out of consciousness. And they saying I'm bad, I don't believe that. I just take my time, still believing that. I had so many, I fell off, ooh, I needed that. And they wanna see me pick back up, well, where I leave it at? I know I exaggerated things, now I got it like that. Put my napkin in my shirt cause I'm just smiling like that. You so good and well that you don't wanna play like that. You go make someone around me.
This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. This is crazy.
The biggest! 1 million subs. Holy. Yo, everybody crying. So I little kid for the good one. He said, cry right here. You good, cry.
Bro, because right when you was talking, you made the face where your throat was burning.
I know, but
your throat was actually on
I was
fire.
good. My throat was on fire.
No
now,
diddy.
Phantom cried, I almost.
I never seen Phantom cry.
Throwed it. I seen Phantom cry. But me, like Phantom, it's like, oh my God, he know what be going on, chat. That nigga be knowing. That nigga be checking on my mental. That nigga just wanna win. You feel me? So I be just trying to make Phantom win. You feel me? Like win. Like I just wanna see Phantom win.
Nah, Mill on day 28?
It's crazy. 2 days early. Bro, a mill is like waking up to a mill is crazy, man.
Standing in front of a mill is crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm right here, bro.
A mill as an emote?
I was here.
Dan Clancy been had that. W Dan Clancy, because you been had that emote made too. Dan Clancy and Twitch, they had that emote made already.
They're 27.
I never hit 10, bro. Yo, what's the highest? What's up?
14,000. On my mother, I ain't gonna lie. That was the biggest celebration ever. I ain't gonna lie. I think I
Bro, look at.
I
Yo, Veron with the 50 gifted. Thank you so much,
I
Veron.
can't hit 10.
And I had a mill in your fucking drip, nigga.
Last time we met.
Dream Mike with the 50 gifted. We hit a mill. On bro.
We hit a mill.
Cause bro, you gotta think about it, bro. Like God is so sensitive.
You with it.
No, we.
Why you saying we?
Because bro, I couldn't be able to do this by myself.
We just here for me.
No, but I wouldn't be able to do it myself.
That's you though.
I'm telling you.
That's you, though. I appreciate it, though. That's you, gang.
Congratulations, my boy. You the best, bro. You the best, bro. Snoop Dogg, you the best, bro. Snoop Dogg, Snoop Dogg said, text me, he said, damn, I was having bottle wars with bowls. I love this shit.
46,000 subs, Uncle Snoop. And Dad, if you watching, bro, Dad, your name is Snoop ADD, Dad. They always call you Snoop since younger, Dad. Just give some subs right now, Dad. Come on, Dad.
Everybody go to the. Oh my God, I gotta check the website.
Quackity!
With the 50 gifted. Yo, this is going crazy.
Fact, LeBron.
Quackity with the 50 gifted, bro.
LeBron James. Oh my God.
Mills crazy, right? Okay.
Yes, bro. You really the best, gang.
But I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy talking about it and it happening. It's like we was in the UK, we from the.
This shit seem like
fake.
I got the way how you plan shit and then really execute.
It's crazy.
That's probably that's one of them.
You need to tell all those niggas that hate on you suck your dick. That ass. Like, I don't know. I'm surprised you're not even popping your shit. I don't got to, bro.
Suck a dick, bro.
Yeah, nigga.
Shit.
Cleo C with the 50 get the thank you so much.
A mil?
Okay, hold on. I ain't gonna lie.
The fact that you hit a mill and you did that.
And you still streaming, gang.
And you killing them with kindness.
No. I ain't gonna lie. What do I want to say? I ain't gonna lie. I need to watch the trailer. I need to watch the trailer again. Now that I hit a mill. Cause this is crazy, man.
That'd be manifestation.
Oh my God, Chad, we are skydiving tomorrow.
Wait.
By the way.
Wait, who's?
That's me.
Who
Me.
doing that shit? You scared?
Kid as fuck.
Yo, man, shout out to Kai. You know what I'm saying? He's a legend. He'll go down as one of the GOATs. This content creation shit. You know. A million, like, bro, I know certain people, like, Twitch is fairly new to certain people. They don't really know the ins and outs, you know. Certain people don't even know what the fuck subs really is. They don't, you know. Like, I'm somebody, I've watched his Twitch because, you know, I've been really into the content game since I was like 12, 11, you know, and I, like, first niggas I ever watched on Twitch, way back in the day. I watched a lot of Expert Beef, you know, a lot of gaming individuals, and subs wasn't even really done. People were making goals about hitting back then. People was just, I don't even know if subs was a thing back then, but people just came on there, you know, chat, play games, and just kick and have fun, you know. I think Twitch really started to take a crazy turn during 2020, you know, COVID and shit. The viewerships, you look analytically, people were starting to really tune into what Twitch had going on because everybody at the crib, you know, and people wanted to find more shit to watch besides motherfucking random ass movies on Netflix and shit. So Twitch started to kind of grow in popularity. Then you see a nigga like Kai, I remember 2020 in the first mansion before they got goddamn kicked out. Him doing his thing. You know, even before the mansion shit, he was streaming in the little apartment when the rat came out and shit. It's crazy to see where Kai's at because it's like I never would have thought it. I'm saying, you know, me and Kyle like the same age. You know, he's 23. I think he turned 24 by the end of the year. You know, like just seeing a nigga like this, seeing where he started from. Any nigga that watched Kai, like I was watching this nigga since 2020. Like seeing where Kai came from to now is crazy. it's damn near felt like he's live streamed his come up story in a way. Like he's streamed so much, it's damn near felt like you've seen literally visually from start to finish. And the shit ain't finished. 1 million subs is so fucking crazy. It's so crazy. It's absolutely insane. I don't think anybody will beat his record for a while. And shit, it don't count if, you know what I'm saying, you don't do it in a month. So, I don't know if a nigga will have a 24-hour stream for the next year. And I don't give a fuck. Nobody will get 1 million subs for a long ass time. In a month. This shit was in 27 days. This nigga's crazy, man. This nigga's crazy. But we're gonna get back to the video. I know we just took a very big detour. But no, I do gotta give my flowers to God, man. He's one of the ones. He is one of the ones. He's one of the ones. But yeah, man, let's get back to the video though.
Before, I would be concerned about that.
Don't know that he uses my phone like that.
You didn't know that. So you're just now finding this out today?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know he's put me on Grindr once or twice.
Yeah, I know that.
But that's about...
Let me ask you, is there a on your phone? Have you been messaging on your phone?
Yes.
Okay. How old did she say she was? On your okay. That's what I have here. Everything I've been going through is the conversations between you and talking about the three of you having essentially. That's just what it looks like. If she wanted to join us having Saturday, she's in. She's welcome. Meaning, his friend. That's what was said here.
No.
But if you go on your phone, this message would be there, correct?
By looking at the last one, most likely.
Okay. Let's get an opinion from a different kind of predator here. Excuse me, predator. Are you believing this?
Not at all.
Not at all? I mean, the whole conversation is on his phone.
Yes.
Right, so it looks like it's him. And
I got a question. How the hell do you see out of that thing?
Very carefully.
Oh, he's got one eye open there, see? Oh, this guy too. He can see pretty clearly out of that.
I have one of those.
Yeah, you have one of these motorcycle helmets?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he is the HQ10 vision. Are you detecting any lies through your vision right now with this guy? You see a few lies. Okay, because there's also a built-in lie detector.
Oh wait, Voodoo by Illuminated. Let me look that up. Voodoo by Illuminated. Let me see. The phrase refers to a product line of high-performance engine components, primarily camshafts, from the manufacturer Lunati Power. The Voodoo series is a design for street performance. Okay, so it's some car shit in there. I knew it looked familiar. I thought it was some anime shit. My bad. Pulled that one out the goddamn thin air.
It works pretty well. Yeah.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sorry to say, it just looks like you're here to meet two girls. I know. Is there a way you can contact your friend's younger brother to ask him about this conversation he was having on your phone?
No, because he doesn't have access to any contact phone.
Okay, can you contact your friend?
Just
whose
yours.
little brother it is and ask him
somehow.
No, can you
at
call
15
him?
years old.
He's up.
Like at 15, bro, you got some type of phone. Fuck up out of here. He should have used a better line. Said, "Oh, he grounded right now, so he can't even really." Even though that still would just sound like some horse shit. But he could have just said that. But him just saying, "Yeah, he don't got a phone right now." What 15-year-old you don't know in the big 25 that don't got a phone? Nigga, when I was 15, I had a Samsung, but I had a phone. You contact that motherfucker. This nigga is just bullshitting. His line skills is not up there.
Okay. why don't we just try? Why don't we just give it a try now, just to clear your name? I don't want the wrong guy to get hemmed up with the wrong thing. Because the thing is, if we don't clear your name in a little bit here, the police are going to be here. They're going to be looking at one guy. The conversations are on your phone. They're going to see that. If you can get a hold of him, and he can get a hold of his little brother who was having the conversation on your phone, and this can be verified, that could clear your name.
Yeah.
Don't you think it's worth a try?
I know I can't call him right now, see what time he's made, and probably call him in like 10 minutes.
You don't even want to try right now?
I know I can't. I've tried to call him multiple times when something happens.
Why don't you just try?
Because there's on the UST.
Let's just try out of the blue. Let's
Just
see if
try.
it works. Let's see if the call goes through. Brennan, I really want to believe you here, but it's just hard. We don't have anyone else to verify and vouch for you. I could try from my phone. I have pretty good service. Who do you have? What's your carrier?
I have Verizon.
I have AT&T. We could try it. You want to give it a try?
AT&T does kind of suck.
In certain parts, it's better though. I've had good experiences up north. What if I just try calling him? Just because I would love to talk to him and ask him a little bit about this, see if he knows anything.
You can try.
You want to try? Yeah. You want to give me his number? I can try giving him a ring here. See if we can connect. What's his name?
Paul.
Paul. Okay, I'll try calling Paul. And what's his little brother's name? Hopefully he answers. So Paul. Paul, right? Okay. It's ringing. He definitely has service. Hi, is this Paul? Hi, Paul. Are you friends with Brennan? Okay, I have him here. Okay, great. So right now, Brennan is at a convention here in Port Huron, meeting what looks to be like 2-year-old females for. Did you have any knowledge of Brennan talking to any year-olds?
Okay.
You didn't know he was doing this. Okay, because what he's saying is that your little brother was left with his phone, and his little brother was the one having the conversation. Do you know anything about your younger brother having Brennan's phone and having a conversation like this? Do you think that's possible? It's not possible at all.
Yeah.
He's never been around a phone. Okay. Well, Brennan, Paul says it's not a possibility that your little brother had your phone. You know, the thing is, Paul, he's saying he didn't have this conversation, but he's here. We're just trying to figure things out. Oh, he's browsing the merch table. So he is here at a convention center in Port Huron to meet 2-year-old girls for. We have the full chat log here. We're waiting on authorities to arrive. He was saying it wasn't him having the conversation, and that it could possibly be your younger brother with his phone. I'm just calling to find out that's a possibility.
They're popping in.
Okay. Brendan, he said it's not a possibility. Do you have anything to say to Paul here?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I got, I guess somebody got a hold of my phone, and I guess he messaged some year-old girls saying that I'm here to meet up and have and I'm just thinking that's just absurd. I would never do that.
Well, all the messages are coming from his phone, and he's here, and he's pictures of him.
It's something about these little nasty ass dudes, grown as hell, just lying like they're fucking children. This shit. Oh, bro, that shit make my skin like. I want to file on this dude. You sitting here trying to really throw a little ass kid under the bus too, like.
Were sent. They connected on Facebook dating, and
you sent you trying to throw your mans in this situation, bro. Like, what? No spine.
Brennan is here. It looks like he's here to meet 2-year-old girls. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all I need from you, Paul. We're waiting on authorities here. Brennan is most likely going to be going to jail. So, just wanted to wish you a good rest of your day, Paul. Thank you for the call. Paul says it's not even a possibility, Brennan. So, is there anyone?
Understand how?
Is there anyone else who could have gotten a hold of your phone and done this to you?
Could be one of his little friends. Could
one
be
of his
anybody.
friends.
Could be literally anybody.
It's just really irresponsible of you to leave your phone around like that. You know?
I'm not allowed to have it at work, and there's no point on having it at work.
Don't you think you should maybe just leave it like in your car or something, lock it up somewhere?
Put it in the safe and just leave it alone.
Yeah. Why not? Why didn't you do that?
Didn't think about it. Didn't thought my phone would be safe just in my room.
Okay.
People leaving my room.
So you didn't think anyone would try to use your phone to talk to girls? Okay. I mean, none of us would think that, to be fair.
Yeah, that's not just to meet up with girls is not.
Yeah. You agree? It's not even right.
No.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Brennan, it looks like it's you. And I'm sure you can. I'm sure.
I would not.
Right.
Meet up
I
with girls
know. But I'm sure you can see how it's.
I don't know you, nigga. So I'm not gonna take your word for shit. Fuck you. That shit don't mean nothing to me. Well, I would never do that. I've never met you. I don't know what the fuck you could have, you know what I'm saying? You got down. I don't know, drink Sprite and eat bananas at the same time. Like, I don't know what type of shit you into.
How it looks like it's you.
I could see how that looks.
Yeah, it's just how it looks. It's just hard to believe that it wasn't
I would
you.
not meet up girls to just have.
What would you meet up with them for?
Stupid and pointless.
Is there anything you would meet up with a year-old girl for?
No.
Because you knew she was
out, hang out here, look at this
yeah,
kind of stuff.
but you knew she was when you arrived, right?
Yeah.
You were just gonna hang out.
Literally, just walk around here, have a good day, be gone.
Okay, that's
somebody
it.
to show me the way of anime or
the way of anime. It seemed like you were trying to show her the way of
no,
and having. That's just what it seemed like. Both of them actually, just 2-year-olds. No. You didn't send any of those messages.
Not at all.
Okay. Brennan, do you just want to be straight up? I've been listening to your story for
straight up. I am not here to meet up with 2 girls. That
do you just want to cut the BS?
I am not.
You're not BSing.
No.
We're taking this outside.
Okay.
Officers want to have a word with them, so let's make them
Absolutely. Okay, Brennan, you've just been skeeted.
Hey, Quad PD, man, they're on it, dude.
Yeah, they are.
They weren't playing that.
Searching him. He sure did.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's the end of that guy. That was 27-year-old Brennan from.
27.
As a very hard 20. He's probably 37 actually. They usually go about 10 years younger.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Stop saying that's not 27. My ass. That is not. I know y'all be trying to think everything 21 and up is just some old ass nigga. No, that's not 27. I know a good range of the 27. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's not. No, go up 10 years, nigga. That ain't nowhere near 27.
From Warren, Michigan. Came to me 2-year-old females, 4. Apparently, his friend's younger brother.
And I would know because I've been really liking my woman. I wouldn't say a lot older, but talking to a shorty right now. She like, a year older than me. She's 25. These motherfuckers my age, they piss me off. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm starting to get done with the early 20-year-old fucks. It's just need some grown shit in my life. Some real, you know what I'm saying? Real grown woman activity.
Was having the conversation, but he was here. It's weird how that happens. I hate to see an innocent guy get hemmed up. I hope the police can get it straight. Yeah, hopefully
Innocent
they can
my ass.
get it straight and all that. So we're gonna have probably a word with the officers here. So we'll see how this goes. How you doing? Good. But yeah, I have all the chats here. He thought he was meeting 2-year-old females today. He talked to both of them on 2 separate phone numbers. He was planning to take them from here to his place in Warren and do the activities that he described in the chat log. She says, you're probably gonna block me, but I said you're fine. As for pictures, would you be interested in being my sugar babe? He says, I get you things and we can hang out. Maybe you can send me pictures if you want. Because you're AF. He was saying he's worried then because you're AF.
We'll be here again tomorrow. Is there plans for another
There's
one?
no plans tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. This is it for this weekend.
Oh shit, that's it. All right. Well, W video from Skeeter G, man. W video doing Lord's work as always. And man, get these fools up out of here, man. All right, chat. So I do want to get sleep tonight because I gotta be up, gotta go out. This is gonna be the last video for today, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get into the games. Actually, we're not. I'm not gonna say, oh, maybe. We're gonna save it for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be gaming. We're gonna get back gaming. I know it's been a while, but we're gonna get back gaming. Alright. Alright, so boom. Last video for today. We have people who recorded their last moments. Video by Chilling Scares. We used to watch a couple of vids from, like, we watch a couple of vids from Chilling Scares here and there. He's not really a regular, I'd say, on the channel, but I do want to start watching a little bit more of his vids and shit. Y'all know me, man. I'm a sucker for the you know, some dark content, some murder mysteries, some things of the sorts in that category. You know, Chilling Scares is right up my alley, but you know, I watch so many channels with that type of content, bro. He kind of just falls, you know, down the ladder. But we gonna get back watching some of his stuff, man. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Ivan Lester McGuire was a 35-year-old skydiving expert who lived in the small town of Franklinton, North Carolina. He worked as a skydiving cameraman at the now-defunct Franklin County Sports Parachute Center, where his job was to capture photos and videos of clients who wanted their skydive jumps recorded. He'd been doing this every day for years, and April 2nd, 1988 was no different. Unfortunately, what began as just another routine workday would end in a sudden, irreversible tragedy. The day began smoothly, with Ivan successfully completing 2 dives by late afternoon. But it was an unusually busy Saturday, and before the sun could set, he was called in for a 3rd jump. He was already exhausted by this point, but didn't want fatigue to get in the way of his job, so he agreed to the dive. The plane took off from the runway located right next to the sports center, and within just 15 minutes, it was soaring 10,500 feet in the air. After reaching this desired altitude, Ivan jumped first, making sure to keep his helmet-mounted camera pointed towards the client and their accompanying skydiving instructor. What you're looking at right now is a part of the footage that he captured. A few seconds after the jump, the other instructor opened his parachute, which was Ivan's cue to open his own. But when he reached for his ripcord, it wasn't there. Panic set in as he frantically disregarded getting a good shot and searched his body for the ripcord, hoping it was just stuck somewhere. And that's when he made the horrifying discovery. He wasn't wearing a parachute at all. And since
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
How? Nigga, what? Ain't that's why I say, bro, when I go parachute, nigga, or skydiving, nigga, there's no way my ass, one big toe, 1 inch of my shoe is even going beyond the plane or the helicopter before everything is just checked, bro. Parachute can't have no holes in it. You know what I'm saying? The fucking chute better. The little string shit you pull, that shit gotta be working 100%. You know what I mean? That shit gotta, they no rips on the book bag or none of that shit. None of that shit. And for damn sure, nigga, why the fuck would I do? Why would he jump out the fucking plane? And he just did like no diddy. That shit look crazy on this ankle, but like just you can't even see the lights and stuff. You know how you walk in somewhere with your book bag and you just kind of tap it. You know what I'm saying? You just go behind your back and just tap it. No diddy. That shit looked. I'm done. But bro, you just kind of just do a little tap on the back. He just jumped. You know what I mean? He just jumped. He didn't even feel it. Well, he didn't feel it. That's the fucking problem. But nigga, he didn't think stepping on that platform like he a little lighter than usual. How do you just do that? Because the parachute got a little denseness to it. You know, it ain't the heaviest thing in the world, but it's a little dense.
The other instructor had already opened his parachute, he couldn't help Ivan in any way either. After realizing his situation, the only words that came out of Ivan's mouth were, "Oh my god, no." The footage then became blurry as Ivan sped up to 150 miles per hour, or over 240 kilometers per hour. He crash-landed in a wooded area near the runway and likely passed away the instant he hit the ground. When rescue workers found his body, his camera equipment and the VHS tape he was recording on were broken into multiple pieces. Fortunately, investigators were able to splice together enough working sections to get a good picture of what happened before he jumped. They were able to rule out both foul play and the possibility that Ivan had intentionally chosen not to wear a parachute. But if that's the case, how could a seasoned expert with over 800 successful skydives under his belt simply forget to put on his parachute? Unfortunately, none of the evidence the investigators were able to gather answered this question. But given his circumstances, a few popular theories have emerged that offer possible explanations for what might have gone wrong. The first of which is that this incident was the result of nothing more than ill-fated complacency. As I mentioned earlier, Ivan had already completed 2 jumps that day and was exhausted before getting on the plane for the 3rd time. Maybe he assumed he was completely geared up, when in reality he was missing the most crucial piece of equipment. However, if he wasn't wearing anything on his shoulders, someone around him would have almost certainly noticed before the jump. Which brings us to the second and more likely possibility. The incident happened because of his camera equipment. You see, unlike today where a tiny action cam is all it takes to film a skydive, back in the 1980s, recording that footage required bulky camera gear that had to be worn in a backpack. There's a chance Ivan and the others around him mistook this camera bag for the parachute and didn't realize.
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense because when he said the first theory, with him forgetting the parachute, and then he brought the question of how did nobody question him just getting ready to jump? He got no fucking parachute. I thought for a second, nah, somebody did something to him. But now that's in the play, yeah, they probably assumed. They probably assumed that was, you know what I mean, the parachute. That's fucked though.
Realize the truth until it was too late. That said, while Ivan wasn't fortunate enough to survive, the footage of his accident stands as a sobering reminder for skydivers to always double, even triple check their gear.
That's so funny, Casa, that at the time of this live, you know, he's live too. This nigga's gonna be skydiving, I think tomorrow or some shit. That's finna be crazy.
On the 15th of January 2023, Yeti Airlines Flight 691 took off from Kathmandu's Triphuvan International Airport at around 10:30 a.m. It was a domestic flight headed for the Pokhara International Airport, located roughly 124 miles or 200 kilometers west of the takeoff location. Things started off just as everyone hoped, with the plane taking off, climbing, cruising, and even descending without any issues. And as it was about to land at the Pokhara airport, one of the passengers started live streaming on Facebook from within the cabin. This passenger was a 25-year-old Indian man named Sanu Jaiswal. He was an adventurous young man who loved nothing more than exploring new places with his friends and experiencing their beauty firsthand. This time he had traveled to Nepal as a tourist with 3 of his close friends, and after enjoying Kathmandu to its fullest, the 4 of them were headed to Pokhara to experience paragliding. He was excited for the upcoming adventure and wanted to share this moment with.
I'm gonna be real. I've seen this. I've seen this before. I'm not gonna spoil it, but yeah, I've seen it.
His entire social circle, which is why he started streaming. What none of his viewers knew, however, was that this was going to be the last time they would see Sanu alive. Because just a minute after he started streaming, the situation took a terrifying turn as the camera became disoriented and the laughter turned to screaming. What followed was an extremely loud explosion. Somehow the phone stayed intact and continued streaming everything to Sanu's friends and family. But all they could see at this point was nothing short of horrific, with the entire camera feed getting covered in raging flames, and worst of all, the screaming suddenly coming to a halt. Something had gone horribly wrong, and it wasn't long before people found out exactly what. Flight 691 had somehow crashed into the riverbank a few hundred meters away from the airport. The crash also caused the remaining fuel to ignite, so by the time the rescue workers arrived on the scene, there was nothing left. The crash and the resulting fire had taken the lives of the 4 crew members and the 68 passengers. Sanu was among these casualties, as he unknowingly recorded his own final moments with no idea of the tragedy that was about to unfold. The only silver lining in this accident was that the plane barely missed the populated area right next to the river, which would have likely doubled if not tripled the losses. As for how things went so horribly wrong when the rest of the flight had been relatively smooth, a months-long investigation concluded that it was mostly due to human error. You see, the flight was originally supposed to land on runway 30, but for some unknown reason the pilot requested to land on the indirect runway 12. Now, the co-pilot Anju Kariwada was under training at the time, so it's possible the pilot requested the alternative route to teach her how to land at an awkward angle. Unfortunately, while the plane was turning, she misinterpreted a command and accidentally switched both engine propellers to the feathered position. This resulted in the engine stalling, the plane losing control, turning over and crashing into the riverbank.
Why is somebody in training flying a plane with 68 people? That's the most silliest shit in my eyes, bro. I don't know how long she's been in training for, but come on, man. Why was she in training doing that? And then I do got to fault a little bit on the, you know what I'm saying, the owners or, the people that run the fucking airport. Even making her just do some shit random, like, you know what I mean? Like, why I have to sit here and turn the plane, do all this extra shit? Like, why I can't just land it regular? Why is that information not disclosed? Why was that? Like, she had to just do that on the spot? Come on, bro.
Put simply, a single unfortunate mistake cost the lives of dozens of people and uprooted the lives of hundreds of family members.
That was fucked.
On June 16, 2013, 29-year-old Yevgeny Titov noticed a demolition happening near his work in Lipetsk, Russia. He was on his lunch break and had plenty of time to admire the work being done, so he took out his phone and started recording the demolition. Unfortunately, watching this demolition was about to become the worst decision of his life. Now, I should mention that Yevgeny was being as cautious as he could. He was standing at least twice as far from the building being destroyed as the 2 men in front of him. Yevgeny was also standing off to the side, since given the demolition method, the debris looked like it was going to fall towards the excavator. Tragically, that is not what happened. As the excavator pulled the wall beyond its tipping point, it didn't detach cleanly and rotated mid-air, sending massive bricks and other debris hurling toward Yevgeny. And while the men standing nearby were nearly missed, Yevgeny wasn't so lucky. He was thrown to the ground by flying debris, with the impact leaving him critically wounded while others rushed over to help. Paramedics were called and rushed him to the hospital. Sadly, it was too late. Yevgeny had suffered multiple complex fractures, damaged organs, and serious brain trauma. He passed away shortly after reaching the hospital, leaving his wife and 3-year-old daughter behind. All because he wanted to watch a building being demolished from what
I'm looking because I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of debris.
He believed was a safe distance. The company in charge of the
That's a lot of debris
being demolished from what he believed was a safe distance. The company.
Is it in slow-mo? Why did I say slow-mo like that? But is it in slow motion? Because I don't know how that would just kill him.
Watch a building being demolished from what he believed was a safe distance.
Because in my eyes, once it hit the ground, the energy dispersed. Especially getting that far close to him. that far close. That close to him, I would think it's not even hidden for that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't imagine it can just take your life like that. It's hitting your fucking, cracking your skull and fucking up your organs and shit. Like, what?
Distance.
That bitch did. I ain't gonna lie. If this was in slow mo, the way it fails kind of decently, I can envision it was probably decently fast. That little
As he wanted
burst,
to watch a building being demolished from what he believed was a safe distance.
That burst, yeah, this burst right here, never mind. Now I'm thinking about it, that probably what did it. This force, I'm just thinking of it, how it would have played out in real speed. Yeah, that would have been fucked.
The company in charge of the demolition was charged with criminal negligence for failing to establish an effective perimeter around the worksite, with the video Yevgeny captured serving as a crucial piece of evidence. However, no legal penalty could rewind time or erase the damage that had already been done. 23-year-old Helen Wendy Nyabuto moved from Kenya to Canada on a 10-year study visa when she was just 20 years old. By 2022, she was close to completing her education while also working as a nurse and a personal support worker in the Toronto area. Things were going well for Helen, but things took a tragic turn in August of 2022 when a single accident wiped out everything she had worked so hard to build. She was hired as a personal support worker by someone living in the small town of Chatsworth, Ontario. She decided to rent a room in the only motel in Chatsworth to accommodate this job and started living there. The place wasn't too shabby, but the thing that caught Helen's eye was the motel's outdoor swimming pool. So on August 8, she found enough free time to go for a swim while also live streaming her experience on Facebook. She had the pool all to herself, and it was every bit as peaceful and relaxing as she'd hoped. However, just as she was starting to enjoy swimming, disaster struck. About 10 minutes after getting into the pool, she decided to swim toward the deep end. Unfortunately, just seconds after entering the deep end, she lost control and began drowning. She desperately called for help with the little air she had left. Tragically, there was no one to hear her. After struggling in the water for nearly a minute, Helen lost the fight and passed away just outside the range of her phone's camera, which continued streaming everything live on Facebook. Her last words stating, "Let me enjoy some water," took on a much darker meaning as her live viewers waited for someone to notice Helen. However, she remained unnoticed for nearly 3 hours until 2 other guests finally arrived at the pool and made the
Yo, shout out my pops, RP his soul. Shout out him for, cause I'm not no Michael Phelps or nothing, but shout out to him for getting us in the water like really early. Like, I used to swim a lot as a kid. Like when I was 6, 7. I ain't really been swimming like that recently, but I used to swim a lot as a kid. Bro, I remember I used to swim so goddamn far, bro. It would be like, I'm not good with distance and shit. I'd say we was a tenth of a mile past the beach, like from where the water started. We like hundreds of feet away. Like, we just swimming on our own, doing our own shit, not drowning, none of that. We just chilling. Me and my brother, RPM. We just chilling, swimming. And we was about to hit this curve. This big ass, like, rock. Some shit. I don't even know what beach we was at. I'm so goddamn young. I was like 8 or 9. I remember we was about to hit the corner. I remember I looked back at my dad and he was with his friend. He was waving us back like, the fuck? Get your ass back here. What the fuck y'all doing? Like, we was real adventurous in the water. And I just shout out him. Because I know if I get in the water right now, it's going to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like muscle memory, you know? I ain't doing no competitive swimming, none of that shit. You know, I can just chill and just, you know what I mean? You know, do a little couple strokes here and there. You know what I mean? I can just vibe in the water, bro. Like in the deep end, all that shit. Cause I was in a big ass, like compared to a pool, a pool's deep end, nigga, I was in the deep end. Bro, I used to swim so goddamn far. You know what I mean? Like, nigga ain't even thinking of, oh fuck. Nigga ain't thinking about no deep end, like. What I'm saying, we niggas just swimming. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was concerned about as a kid. Like, nigga, we just swim. Okay.
A heartbreaking discovery while the live stream was still going, but these guests couldn't even believe what they were looking at first.
Why is there just a dead person in the line?
I know that scared the when I got it. I think it's a poodle or something.
That looks so realistic.
I know. I got in and I was like,
What about a poodle? What the fuck?
is it somebody? Walk over there. Just walk over there.
Like, what if it's actually somebody dead? Because I'm not even trolling. That looks way too real.
They eventually realized the truth and immediately contacted the motel management. By the time
They sitting there playing. They playing in they ass. Like, what are you talking about, bro? If I see something the size of a human at the bottom of the fucking pool, I'm not finna be in my head like, damn, that poodle big as fuck. Damn, what they get this from Party City? Like, come on, bro. I'm not even finna pull the R word out because I thought it's an African girl, and the people that popped up on camera, they're as white as the snow. I don't want to pull the R word card because it's easy. But that, what? You telling me? And they was probably fucking around for like 5-10 minutes, vital time that could have been used to save this girl life. Talking about I thought it was a poodle.
someone checked on Helen, she was
What fucking the fuck? Who says that?
long gone. The live stream helped prove that this was nothing more than a terrible accident, though that did little to soften the blow for her family. As her father stated, "I watched the video, I cried, it's terrible." What made the tragedy even more devastating was that Helen was the sole breadwinner for her family. Without her, they couldn't even afford to bring her body home to Kenya. Fortunately, when the story made headlines, the internet came together and raised over 66,000 Canadian dollars to cover her funeral expenses and help her family in their time of need, giving a somewhat bright ending amongst an absolutely tragic situation.
Beautiful. It's beautiful. I know that don't fix that pain in there. Damn, man. That ain't gonna fix the pain in their heart, but at least, cause that's the thing. When you I would know, cause you know I'm like I guess the third generation, third generation, something. I forgot what you would say at the end, but you know my grandpa on my mom's side isn't from America, but I do hear from other, you know, people and their stories coming from countries like Africa and fucking China and shit. And even though China ain't the poorest country, but like even places like in Russia or like it's one I'm forgetting. That's really big. I don't know. Maybe some place like South America or some shit. Like when you come to the States and you got a career going and you really, you know what I'm saying, on your shit. Especially with the price of the dollar over here, like you are making, like she was doing nursing or whatever. I'm telling you right now, she was making more than like 80% of her entire family. You know what I'm saying? Like probably 90. Like, bro, the dollar price over here, nigga, she was probably halfway to being a millionaire compared to like back home. You know, even though in the States, I mean, she making cool living. Like, it wouldn't be that crazy over here. You know, she just make enough to, like, you know what I mean, to call it a career. But I know back in, I don't know, Kenya or whatever fuck place in Africa, she's damn near like rich than a motherfucker. Like, the value of the dollar over here, you bring that to any other state, yeah, they're balling, nigga. Because I remember Speed or somebody, or some streamer, one of them little lit motherfuckers, they gave some dude in Africa like $10,000. Not knowing $10,000 in America, like in whatever currency they got over there, nigga, that nigga was a millionaire. Like, the nigga was a million. $10,000. 10,000 US dollars. Right? He gave him 10,000 US dollars, American dollars. The nigga, the value of the dollar in America, he gave that to a nigga in Africa. That nigga's a millionaire. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of give you a good view. I don't know if it was a million, but it was a crazy fucking number. Like, the nigga was balling. Off that 10K, he balling. No, he was happy as hell when he got that shit. Like, nigga, I'm gonna get my peoples out the trenches. Get they ass away from these lions and shit.
Armin Schmieder was a 28-year-old Italian man with a love for extreme sports. He originally started with skydiving and performed countless jumps across Europe.
Another skydiving, my nigga? God damn. Y'all making me not want to do this shit no more. Y'all making me change my mind. I want to do this at some point in my life, but motherfucker, I'll not be that one unlucky. It just, no.
But as time went on, he started getting bored of skydiving and wanted to try something even more extreme. So, sometime in 2015, he switched from skydiving to wingsuit base jumping.
Fuck no. I'm not doing this shit. I'm not doing this shit. This is where I'm just like, yo, is living not fun? You know what I mean? Like, does getting out on a roller coaster not excite your ass anymore? You know what I mean? Like, does the Six Flags big drop not... Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is so fucking crazy to me. You're not a squirrel. You're not a flying squirrel. Humans were not made to fly. It is just dumb. It's just dumb. I know niggas do it professionally. I don't give a fuck. It's dumb.
Learning a brand new sport, especially one as dangerous as wingsuit base jumping, was quite risky. But Armin managed to pull through and became quite proficient at it in just 1 year. What he didn't know, however, was that his luck was about to run out. On the 26th of August 2016, Armin climbed to the summit of Mount Kangersteg in the Swiss Alps. On this day, he wanted to livestream his adventure, which started with him putting on the equipment and getting ready for the jump. But since he didn't have any streaming-capable action camera or a secure mount for his phone, he came up with an alternative solution, where once he was fully geared up, he told his viewers, "Today you fly with me," and put the phone in his pocket. All his viewers could see now was the darkness inside of his pocket, with some light bleeding through the fabric. But the audio was still clear enough to understand what was going on, like Armin counting down and making the jump.
2, 1.
Things seemed to be going as expected. However, about 20 seconds after he made the jump, his phone captured the sounds of Armin screaming, crashing into the mountainside, and rapidly rolling down the steep terrain.
Oh, don't play that. Oh, I don't want to hear that, nigga. I don't want to hear that. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Oh, these headphones got me too immersed. I'm too immersed. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But I gotta hear it. Fuck. Oh my god, that. Fuck. Oh.
The fall ended with Armin landing in the middle of a cow pasture, now being completely silent. His viewers quickly contacted the authorities, who spent the next few hours looking for him. Unfortunately, by the time they found him, it was already too late. Armin had succumbed to his injuries and passed away. And while the Swiss authorities never released the true cause of his death, whether it was equipment failure or pilot error, at the very least, he died doing what he loved.
Yeah, it's probably some tweet. Oh man. That's one of the worst ones. Oh my god, just cause bro, with that wing suit, the little sky gliding, you know what I mean? Thinking you Batman and shit. That shit. When you going down that goddamn, when you jump off the hill of the mountain, and you picking up speed, nigga, you going faster than a damn near a sports car. You going damn near faster than a Lamborghini. McLaren. That's it. So, bro, when you making just an abrupt impact with some shit, bro, that shit, I did not want to hear that nigga make contact with the ground. That shit must have been so fucking scary, bro. Oh, cause you know he knew. There was no hope. There was no hope.
Tavi Pustio was a 29-year-old pop singer in Romania. He was described as one of Romania's rising music stars and was building a bigger following with each passing year. Unfortunately, before he had the chance to make it big, his career was abruptly cut short on August 15, 2020. He was riding through the city of Ploiesti in a car with his wife behind the wheel. And as they were making their way through the city, Tavi decided to livestream his travel from his phone. This stream was just him smoking, listening to music, smiling, and having plain fun. But then, a few minutes into the stream, his wife stopped the car at a crossing of sorts. She looked both ways before driving forward, only for the stream to suddenly cut off, with Tavi screaming in horror being the last thing viewers witnessed. As it turned out, the two were crossing a railway line, and while his wife did look both ways, she somehow missed the train barreling towards them.
What the
You playing. You fucking playing. Where's Fousey Too Bad? Niggas playing. How the fuck? No, deadass. I could have understand you missing a car. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it hit a corner. After you turn, then you drive, and that bitch just speeding. Even though it would have been still a little, you know what I mean? I would have looked at it like, you kind of could have prevented that a little bit. You know. Could have. You could have avoided it way more quickly. would have been a more reasonable crash. You know what I'm saying? But how the fuck do a nigga miss a whole ass train? How is that possible? Nigga, once you look, you gonna see the train coming. The goddamn road shit should be blocking the goddamn train off. The little shit that come down and you gotta wait for the train to pass. And even if that shit's not down, how the fuck do you not see a whole ass train? And trains are not slow. And trains are not quiet. Now, well, they are quiet relatively when they are coming up. If they're not flashing that horn, you know, making that, you know, pressing the horn shit, they're relatively quiet. But still, they're fast as fuck. You see that bitch coming. There's no way you don't see that bitch coming. That's what? She's high. She was high. Fucked up off something. Or I don't know, bro. She just shouldn't have been behind the wheel. If you missing a whole train though.
By the time they noticed, it was already too late. Their car was wrecked completely, resulting in Tavy tragically losing his life. What's crazy is that just a month before this crash, Tavy made a Facebook post stating, "One day the wrong train will take you to the right destination." His wife miraculously survived, but sustained several critical injuries. She was rushed to the hospital and put on life support, though I wasn't able to find any reports on what happened to her after that. The now tragic final memory Tavy left to his fans was him simply having fun and dancing to music.
And somehow she survived. I mean, if she's on life support, I ain't gonna lie, she might not be here with us. So, I mean, I guess condolences. I don't want to sound like a fucking evil fuck. But, nigga, that story just drove me. That story drove me. How the fuck do you miss that, bro? That didn't make no sense. But, chat, there'll be video from Chillin' Scares, though. RP that man. I mean, he didn't. He definitely didn't want to go out like that day. Fuck, bro. Alright, though, chat. I'm gonna get up out of here. I would play the game tonight, but I gotta be up early in the morning. Well, not early. Oh yeah, I do gotta be kind of up because I gotta handle some shit and then I gotta go out. But W stream though, W stream, W videos. Shout out Kai for hitting a mill. I really wish I would have reacted to it on live, but it is what it is.